we can bring this in on the pod. We can do this right now.
Name something he got harder than between the sheets.
You name it, but them heavy ones.
No, I'm
that's
not.
two.
Name something he got harder than Voyage to Atlantis.
Okay, see now you bullshitting. Them top two was fine.
Voyage to Atlantis.
No, okay, hold on. I got the Superstar harder than that, but I'm just gonna give you
name something he got harder than Footsteps in the Dark.
Hold on, let me go. Now, y'all tripping though, brother. Them not heavy. Them
name
hits.
something he got harder than Groove with You.
Groove with You is hard.
Come on, bro. Listen, name something he got harder than Choose to Love.
You gotta give me a second though. First of all, You Got It Bad is better than Choose to Love.
It's not, bro.
You said what is better than?
You Got It Bad is better than Choose to Love.
You got it bad.
Yes.
Name something he got.
If you sing it like that, of course it's gonna be terrible.
Name something he got better than Secret Lover.
My Boo.
Name something he got better than Let's Stay Together.
You can't beat that.
That's only because Alicia.
Let's Stay Together is undefeated. I give you that.
Bro, I just named like
no, you didn't know.
5 or 6 songs that you can't top.
You named 3 undefeated records you can't beat.
Okay,
but by anybody.
that was the point.
But now I'm going 10, 12, 20 deep on Usher. So yeah, they got
going, man.
No, you can't.
Going, bro. Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can, bro.
Climax.
Man, listen, bro.
What beat Climax?
We're not even gonna do this, bro. Let's bring the podcast in, man. This man, for the people who listening and watching, man, this man just.
Are we rolling?
Yes,
put that in the comments. I got to know. So I want to know. Just put the whole word. Who's got a better catalog? The Isley brothers.
That was not the debate. It was who's more classic and who's more timeless.
We said this man said that Usher has a better catalog than the Isley brothers.
Yes.
That would keep him as timeless as them, but it ain't.
Not even that. I don't give a fuck how you say it. Stop, bro. You made me cuss at the beginning of the podcast. We said we weren't gonna do that.
We weren't gonna make it no way. Usher's catalog is deeper than the Isley brothers catalog. Yes. Now they got some heavy ones. I can't be in between the shit.
We didn't say deeper. We said better.
It's better. If you only got 4 top heavy hits, which I give you are just like colossal hits, you can cut them on at family reunions. We grew up on them.
You can't stop it, bro. I'm not even about to do this with you.
So y'all just put in the comments, Usher or the Isley brothers.
Them folks say if you get caught arguing with a fool, they don't know who the fool is. Bro.
Usher, it's easy. I hate when you want to go old and classic and say it's better, and I'm usually for that. You get what I'm saying? But if we gonna sit here and act like Usher ain't legit classic,
no,
man,
Usher,
we're tripping. You act like I said Tyrese or something. Like, nigga, this is Usher.
Listen, listen, bro. Usher is probably top 15 of R&B artists of all time, bro.
Now we push the top 10.
Top 10. I'm just saying top 15 because it's not debatable if you say top 15.
Okay.
You feel me? But, bro, there's only one player you can compare to fucking Michael Jordan right now.
Oz ain't the Michael Jordan, though.
They up there.
Man, nah.
They up there. They damn show magic if they might.
Oz is like Bird.
And who was Usher?
Who was Usher?
Yes.
Usher is, if I had to compare him.
Don't you lie.
Nah, I'm gonna give you a good one, though. Usher is,
Usher James Worthy, brother.
Nah. Usher is Magic Johnson.
Fuck no.
He just
he got dick disease too.
No, I don't give a fuck about that. No, bro.
That's a good comparison.
He's not,
it's
bro.
Not.
He's not Magic Johnson, bro.
He is the Magic Johnson, though.
He is not Magic Johnson.
Yes, man. He went hard early.
No.
He fucked the wrong person wrong. It's also like a good comparison.
No, bro.
Usher harder than man, y'all crazy.
No, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm still not done with you about circumcision. You think I'm done with that?
You need to be.
No, I don't.
Get off the floor, man. Get off the fucking floor. Even if you only up for a minute, get up for a minute. Pump that bitch up just for a second.
It's
we so not gentlemen. Let's not treat this. We got to treat the woman on the podcast.
Man, she just we supposed to help her chair up,
and they gonna be like, y'all don't help her chair up, and that's why niggas ain't shit.
She like being on the ground. I think she be letting it down.
She
on
do
her
fuck
own.
with the niggas that make her pump her gas though. The main type of niggas you like?
No.
All right, well, get up here then. Let me get on you with this.
All I need a man for is pump my gas and take my trash out, and
that's as high as it go.
Probably.
No, bro.
Let's help.
Yeah, she capping, bro. It might go back down.
It ain't gonna go back down. There you go.
You up here for a few minutes at least.
Stop twerking in the chair, you'll be fine.
You gonna see me go.
Listen.
Give me that one. I'm taller than you.
No.
At least if it go down, I'll be in front of the microphone.
You might get lighter too.
Y'all excuse us while we play musical chairs on the podcast.
As per usual, because she want to sit on the ground, brother. I don't like it.
The Isley's better than Usher. How the fuck Usher is?
Usher
man,
is what?
Y'all got me defending Usher like that. That's crazy. But Drake,
that's your boo.
Who?
Now.
Usher, my boo?
Yeah.
That's so insulting.
Damn, I can't even.
That nigga said
I don't
Usher.
think these gonna fit.
I'm gonna have to go over the top.
Uh-oh. We not gonna make it. Uh-oh. We not gonna make it.
Got oil on my goddamn hand. Here you go, boy. Got my dog limping over here to help.
Only on Anxiety Issues Podcast, you'll see the chair switch.
Let me one of the paper towels. I got fucking chair oil on my hand. Yeah, he got it too. There's some paper towels right there.
So now y'all know we get our chairs from a mechanic shop.
I was about to say, what the hell?
That'd be probably why going down there. We got
they got too much oil on it.
Yeah. Tanil over here bouncing in the chair and shit too.
No, it's
hey, listen.
It's so fault. If that one go down, you ain't coming back no more. You got.
Let me tell you what you should never bounce on.
What?
An uncircumcised dick. That's what you should never bounce on. I don't understand. Let me listen to me. A dick should never make its own ointment. You understand me?
Well, then God wouldn't have made it that way.
Fuck up,
don't know, brother. Who? I don't even understand. Who want a mouth full of a shaft butter?
No one's
Head
going
marrow.
to because
Who want that?
you're gonna be with somebody who's clean, so they're going to clean it.
I don't even want to date a woman who had an uncircumcised dick before me. If your last boyfriend was uncircumcised, you have to date a regular dude and after him and then me. I can't go like circumcised then me because I judge your character.
Bro, how you know it ain't no uncircumcised people in the room, bro?
I'm just go get it fixed then. I mean that's okay.
Like that, bro.
Why is it called fixed?
Because listen, I don't date women who like uncircumcised. I don't date leather lickers, banana skinners. I don't like women who put gunpowder on their gums. I'm not fucking with none of that.
What?
None of that. That's smegma. That's gunpowder.
Leather liquor?
Yeah, I don't.
Banana skin.
But yeah, I don't like leather liquors. I'm not doing it.
Say that dick got a little Carmelo hoodie.
Yes.
You stupid.
Hoodie Mello.
At no point in time, I just
little eat a little aardvark.
Little aardvark. Listen, that's a great example.
Little grub worm.
So out there, if your man is uncircumcised tonight, when you go in the room, just pat him, be like, oh, little aardvark.
Well,
look
don't
at
go
it.
move to another country because
But they got knives.
No, a lot of other ethnicities don't believe in it.
Which one? You know which ones?
I mean, I know a lot of European countries do not do it just because, like, it was a Jewish thing. So then it started and became a Christian thing.
I'm gonna start a revolution.
That man said Schmeg the stallion.
Schmeg.
If my son chooses to when he's older, he can. I just didn't
Who
want to
told
make
you
that
to go look up smegma, bro? I didn't even know that was a word.
I just knew that's what it was called. A chick was talking about her experience with a dude who was uncircumcised, and she started talking about it like, well, actually, she addressed it to me like it was normal. Like, do you get that stuff around your dick? I'm like, what stuff? Ain't no stuff around my. And she was like, you know the stuff when you pull back your. I was like, I don't know the stuff. I don't know the stuff.
It sound like somebody tried to, like we had a drug deal. Every time you got the stuff.
Like, nah, what stuff? Like, listen.
That's a hygiene issue. Like, no lie.
She was just like, he hit me. I guess he cleaned it. I guess he did his thing. I don't know, but I just didn't know what it was. So I asked around, like, what is that? And then a white boy, he told me that shit called smegma.
It can't be that common, though, bro, because I don't hear a lot of women complain about it.
Right.
But because they not going to say it. Because if you ever had an experience, it's like.
Who ain't going to?
Now, let me explain it. If it's just like dudes who get their ass played with. That happen all the time. But you don't come out and say it because you're going to look uncool. When women, if you get a mouthful of smegma, okay, let me give you an example. I don't know anything about sucking dick. I will never know how to suck a dick. But I do know, at no point in time when you sucking dick, are you supposed to go like this. That's what lint. So if a woman had to do that, she not going to come out and tell nobody she had a mouthful of smeg.
Okay, so as a woman, I feel like it's absolutely childish and petty. If it was lint, that just means it was sticking to their balls.
No. I'm just saying, not lint. But if you get smeg in your mouth, I reckon you got to flick it out.
But
if you swallow it, you a whole fool.
The thing is, you're gonna know that a person has bad hygiene prior to ever getting that close.
It got an odor to it.
I'm pretty sure they do if they have smegma, because you're saying like, okay, so women have it too, but they consider that discharge.
Y'all got smeg?
No, if a girl's
why I never?
Okay, so a lot of men don't be knowing when they watch porn and they see all this chunky this and that.
They think that shit sexy, but that's a
that little cream.
Yes,
that little cream.
That's not good.
That's not
cream
good.
Ain't good.
No,
it's not supposed to have no consistency to it. It should just
what
be,
supposed to be
creamy and flowy, not like chunks of it.
No, ain't nobody talking about those chunks. Wait a minute though.
No, when it come out and
I'm not talking about blue cheese. Now I got some sense. But I mean, when you hitting it from the back, you see the little cream. That ain't positive. All my life I thought that was sponsor.
Cream is a little different. It could be cream, but I'm just saying, like, girls can have discharge in different colors and stuff too. And guys don't know. They won't know.
Yeah, it's white or nothing.
That man said cream ain't good.
No,
you ever seen the video that went viral with a girl? The man, the dude was, I guess he was playing with his girl, and she had the real yeasty cream build up, and he stuck his fingers in it. And like ate it on camera, and she was just like, "No, don't!" She tried to stop him, like, "No." He thinking like she just wet. He like, "Oh, you wet?" And he scoop him up some cottage cheese, and he get ready to put it in his mouth, and she like try to grab his hand.
You're too late, man. Mouth full of whipped cream.
I wish I could find the video, bro.
I don't.
It is horrible, bro.
It sounds nasty.
I just.
But no, I'm just saying, like, you're going to be with a person who has good hygiene. So, like, if you real with them, you're going to be like,
oh, my God.
You know, you make sure you clean everywhere.
That man said cream ain't
good.
Like,
y'all had me throw it off for a minute now.
He was like,
I just seen some cream and thought it was positive. Like, you know.
No, it can be. But I'm saying, like, it should be milkier. It shouldn't be in any
like
type
thick,
of, yeah.
Like, it got a,
because it could be yeast. But the thing is, yeast, I mean, dandruff is yeast, thrush is yeast. There's lots of things.
Dick dandruff don't sound right.
No, it doesn't. But men get yeast infections all the time. They don't know it. They're just itchy, and they think it's their soap, and then they give it to the girl.
See, my dog. Hold on, man.
You got a picture of cream up?
No, it was like cream. Yeah.
I thought he leaned over and showed you some.
No,
she had it on her fingers. No, she had it on her fingers, and it was. Look.
Shit.
You see?
Yes, right.
Yeah, it's two different videos. It's like it's some little cottage cheese right there.
That's what the smegma shit.
And then you see on the fingers.
Oh no, that's thick.
Right.
That look like a little bug. Yeah. No. What you just dropped?
Anyway, man, go ahead, man.
Listen, I'm still not done with Tania yet. Before we introduce and all this, I seen some of your posts over this break.
What you meant? Oh, because I said it's a lot of fine women in town.
No, hold on. We're not even gonna get that one. First, I want to talk about this black on black. What you got against your? She said her man can't wear black.
That was a good thing.
So what you mean? What you mean? Explain it.
You ain't making it out the door. All that black, I can't.
Oh, okay. So you cool with black? I was gonna say, cause that's my.
You can't go nowhere.
Oh, cause nigga too fine and all black.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
That's what I was like.
Cause I was like, that's my go-to. What the fuck wrong with black on black?
Who the fuck told these niggas they could just walk out of the house and wear all this goddamn
Oh, that's
black?
me. Minus the shoes. You gotta have some color in your.
No,
they black
black
Air Forces. You can't.
I don't like it. You gotta put a white in there somewhere. Throw it off.
Okay, now then let's go to the good women in the city comment, the beautiful women. What you say we gotta get our shit together?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Listen. It's just there is a lot of women here who are really pretty, beautiful. I get why guys are like, look, I can't make a choice. I want to talk to all these bitches. And a lot of them have great jobs. They take care of the house themselves. They got their shit together. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, guys don't ask you on dates no more. Everybody want to just chill. Bitch, we in our 30s.
You know who fault that is though?
Women, because who?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of, I was out of the scene for a long time. I feel like a lot of people were just okay with chilling for so long that they don't think they have to say,
yeah,
do you want to go somewhere?
Men do whatever women demand.
Right.
So if you demanding dates, that's what you're gonna get.
Right.
And if
correct.
you don't, you won't. I think for a lot of people though, COVID helped a lot of dudes be able to do that shit and get away with it. Now that was the ultimate excuse.
Because you couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah, I don't really want to go nowhere.
It was straight pull up. If you hollered at something in COVID, exactly. It was just straight come by your house. Nowhere to go.
It's sad though. Like we're in the 20s.
Some niggas got some free sex during COVID though. Niggas got some licks though. Nigga made some sandwiches.
Well, I'm telling you, like
niggas took them picnics over to the house.
Say living room picnic.
Yeah, baby, we came. But I promise when we open up, I'm nothing. As soon as we open up, break up.
Still ain't went nowhere.
Break up.
I've just been to a lot of events lately. I'm seeing a lot of women who are successful, have businesses, have jobs. They not like ratchet or I've been around a lot of them.
But the thing about it though too is when you think about women that are successful and doing well, you got to understand the demographic of men here. There are very few men that are successful and doing well.
Right.
Here. I can remember when I first kind of caught my break.
I can agree with that statement.
That's what I was saying on the post. That's why I was like, man, get your shit together. I meant locally.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So that's a thing. It is a real thing. But like when you are of a certain quality, you demand certain things, and a lot of men can't live up to those expectations. And men that can live up to those expectations don't want to date because there's so much because
there's so many women to go through.
Exactly,
and there's not that many men. So
think,
a lot of us are single.
Right. So when you got a successful man in a city like this, and there are very few successful men, most of the time you can have whatever you want. Yeah. So why in the hell would you sit still and settle on something when you can have whatever you want?
But that's in general everywhere.
Yeah. Right, but I'm saying
successful man is the
right, but that is a big thing here because there are very few successful men. But when you go somewhere like I've been to DC to where there are a lot of successful men and there are a lot of successful women. So now the matching is a little different. It's almost like we all walk into the room with the same weapon now. Yeah. You feel me?
Well, let me put this out there though, and I can take the. Like I'm at the point in the podcast where I don't give a fuck how the shit come off though. Ain't a lot of bad bitches here.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna let you do it.
These girls are really pretty.
Compared to who? What city we compare?
I don't know.
Pick a city with bad bitches. There's no outside. You can't pick this. Let me finish.
I think that's lame, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Finish.
How you gonna compare some bitches?
I couldn't even finish. Go ahead. Go on, give me. How can I compare what?
How you gonna compare some people to a whole nother city
and
say you're not as bad as women in the city I don't even live in? I don't even date in.
I can get there though. I can get there. I can date wherever I want to go.
Okay, cool. What the fuck?
That's why niggas move. But listen.
Well, you ain't.
But listen. Anyway, name me a city with some bad bitches though.
I don't go to other cities and try to compare.
Linda. Name a city that is known for bad chicks.
I can't. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you one. Atlanta, Miami.
Yeah, go ahead.
LA is known for gay boys.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe. I got nothing to do with that. I'm not fucking gay boys. But, okay, cool. So, I had this discussion with my partner from New Orleans one time. He's from New Orleans. He loves New Orleans. And nothing is absolute. I'm not saying there's not a bad woman here. That's false. I can call out a couple names. There's some bad bitches that's here, right?
More than a couple.
Yeah. Now, when I told my homeboy about New Orleans, I say, listen, you can't be known for everything. Like, y'all want the murder rate, y'all got the party city. Bro, y'all ain't got a lot. It's too many beignets out there for y'all to have a bunch of bad bitches. Like, New Orleans ain't known for bad bitches. You can go to their Walmart, and you ain't gonna see a lot of bad bitches. I'm sorry, New Orleans, whatever. He wanted to say, like, oh, but what about Essence Fest? Well, them out-of-town bitches.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, no offense to nobody here. Ain't a lot of bad bitches walking around this motherfucker for the attitudes that go with them. It ain't a lot of in-shape motherfuckers. It's women here who will call themselves a good woman because you got a job. Man, I don't give a fuck about your job, bro. Like, congrats. I'm happy for you personally as your homeboy. I'm glad you got a job or you're an entrepreneur, whatever the fuck you do. What the fuck that's got to do with me? I don't give a fuck about what you make or how much money you got.
So it's just the aesthetic.
Huh?
It's just aesthetic for you.
No, it's not even aesthetic. Even the mentality that goes around here. I be seeing bitches post about what kind of woman they are and what kind of man they want, and I'm just sitting here looking like, bitch, who? Like, you not even the caliber to request none of that shit. Your mind state is fucked up. The shit you post is fucked up. The pictures you take is fucked up. The way you take the pictures is fucked up. The bitches you hang with is fucked up. You get what I'm saying? So all that shit, like some of y'all, and then another thing that I personally don't like, a bitch will be in the middle of a whole group of hoes talking about she a good woman, and you might be. But what the fuck, you think I'm finna sign up for that and all your friends hoes, boppers, sluts, thoughts, hoe, you feel me?
I hate that.
What?
I hate that.
Hate what?
I absolutely hate that.
Okay, explain.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because then we're supposed to see you who be hanging with guys who used to be in the streets and used to do this shit, and we're supposed to expect that you're better. Or you be with a guy who's fucked everyone in the city, and I'm supposed to be like, I mean, you fucked everyone in the city, but you probably didn't because he fucked them all. No, it's the same thing, but different.
But 9 times out of 10, if he fucked everybody in the city, I'm gonna run up. Like birds of a feather. No,
birds of a feather do not flock together. What's good for the goose is not good for the
birds
gander.
of a feather do mostly flock together. Are there some exceptions? That's bullshit.
It's not true.
And then here's another thing. And if you don't flock together, sometimes them feathers rub off on you. You can have a feathery night.
That's a male insecurity.
That's not a male. No, bullshit. That's not a male insecurity.
Let me tell you why.
Because this is what people do when they go through something in a relationship or they go through something. Period. They turn to who next to them. Everybody looks for a friend for advice. 99% of people go to a friend, a coworker, a family member, or somebody close for advice and conversation.
But that don't mean if my homegirl say, go suck a slew of dicks, I'ma do it.
Nobody
said. That's some weak ass shit.
Nobody said that. But if you want me to be comfortable and solid as a man and I'm looking at all them flock of chickens you hanging out with, no, I'm going to just assume you a chicken too. If you want to assume that I'm like...
What do they ever say about assuming? Because it never turns out good.
That's cool, but it's more women than men. I just go pick another one. Then cool, that's great.
That's cool too. But you know what you're doing? That's when you say, oh, I'm probably missing out on my soulmate, probably.
No, I'm not missing out on my soulmate. Don't hang with chickens.
That is absolutely ridiculous and asinine.
It's not.
I had a best friend in high school who literally. I mean, we tried to peer pressure her to do shit like smoke weed, and that bitch would never. I'm not saying if you hang with a hoe, you a hoe. But women do everything off of perception. No. If you look like everything y'all do is off of perception.
Hold on. And another thing.
Maybe some women. That's a generalization.
What you just did though, you kind of proved this point in the middle of y'all arguing is when you said that you had a friend that didn't do nothing, but y'all tried to get her to do everything. That's his problem.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. That she was different. That's what I'm saying. My point is that we wanted her to smoke weed, and she was like, "No, I don't want to."
I get that.
Literally don't want to.
Right, but the point of that is that eventually, if I'm hanging around a bunch of people that are trying to make me do something I'm not into, I'm no longer around that group of people. I'm not going to keep going out with y'all. If every time I go out,
if you have good friends, you eventually be like, okay, bitch, you really don't want to do it. Cool, and you stop. You don't ask. We were 17.
How you feel if you date me and you know my nigga gonna tell me every time that me and you fight to go fuck another bitch, even if I don't? How you feel about me hanging with him?
Right, you're not gonna like him.
How you feel about me going out with him and you know what he on? Even though I ain't fucking nobody, I'm on my own man. Right. But you know what my dog telling me.
Who says that that's what the girl is telling the other person?
I've been around. I've been around enough women groups to know. As soon as you got a relationship problem, there's a bitch in that group for the most part. Not every, not all. There are some quality groups, but I'm talking about the majority of these bitches flocking around in these groups that I see in this city. Them bitches gonna tell you to fuck somebody else.
And the thing about it, even if it don't even take for you to have a relationship problem. It's just crazy. A lot of the time, it don't even take for you to have a problem. A lot of the times, it's just that when you're with people who are who act a certain way, it's like it's uncomfortable for me and him to be out smoking and riding and hitting licks, and you with us and you ain't hitting licks. It's just like, why did we pick you up?
Right.
Why are you with us? So it's almost in a sense that like people like I'm not going in a space like. I'm not going in a space to hang out with a group of people who aren't into anything that I'm into. If we friends, we'll be friends from a distance. Like I have friends that are in the street, but we don't hang out.
Right.
Because like we're not on the same type of time.
Facts.
So that's what I'm saying though. So why is it that so let's say you have, because like I have multiple settings of friends, but I've never, literally never had a friend be like, oh, you should go do this. My friends are more so going to be like, bitch, didn't you say yesterday you weren't going to talk to him no more? Don't talk to him no more. Or they're going to say, now you know you love him. Why the fuck are you doing that?
But have you ever been with a guy, though, that was uncomfortable with some of your friends because
I've actually been the friend that a guy is uncomfortable around because I got a divorce. And they feel like I'm going to tell. And I'm actually the one who says you should stay with him because you still love him. Right. Like, you still love him if you already forgave him for the shit he did. But don't bring that shit up.
All he's saying is that more
he sees me out having fun, so he feels like I'm city girling.
Yeah, what he's saying is that in more cases than not,
you with some city girls though.
No, I'm not.
You are. Okay, let's be transparent here. Listen, I ain't gonna go too far, but let's be transparent. I know a couple ladies.
I'm a hairstylist, so I know 100,000 people.
I know a couple ladies you hang out with. I done seen some pictures that you hang out with. I got some involvements intertwined and all of that you got going on different levels, all right? Now, I'll give you an example of one particular person, right? Cool, successful person that you hang out with. You hear me? I don't give a fuck about that. That person talks to a guy that's her boyfriend, her man, off and on, blah, 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 whatever, right? I also talk to this person. Right. I never even smashed her, though.
Right.
Just on some GP, right? Right. Never, right? Cool. Which don't make nothing, though. I done been on the phone with this motherfucker, talking about what that pussy do, what that mouth do, what that vibrator like, what that whatever. And in the middle, and I'm so G with my shit when I talk to her, it's like, I'm like, bro, when she talk about her dude, I'm like, bro, he would kill you if he knew what you was doing. How can you be so silent? You love, like, she the type of woman that love to tell me what another man is doing and she know for a fact and she know for 100% sure. I'd be like, would that nigga right now believe that you was on the phone with me telling me how that pussy jump?
So
he would tell his homeboys, ain't no way she talking to another nigga.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. There are people in your friend group who don't tell you that shit.
Of course.
So when I be in a picture with them and literally not ever be around them in the daytime and know what they do.
No, facts. But I know you would label them a good girl, like get y'all shit together. Like, but no, you wouldn't label her if you knew her. Like the shit.
Yes, I already know what you're talking about, bruh. And exactly what I'm saying is, I know people, but that don't mean I don't group chat with them.
I'm not talking about you personally.
Associated friends. No, I'm saying, but there's multiple women who are like me, who have friends by association, like me and Bone friends. But now I met you through him.
But it ain't enough for us to sit around. But it ain't enough for us to sit around and talk about like, hey, it's a whole bunch of us out here. Like, no, the fuck it ain't.
Right. Yeah, you got to understand.
You might be one or a couple, maybe like two or three.
We say it all the time on the podcast. We say it all the time on the podcast is that when we have conversations like this, you have to exclude yourself a lot of the times because you are here because more than likely you're a unique individual. If you weren't a unique individual, you wouldn't be on this podcast with us.
You don't think there's more women like me than
there
not?
are, but
they're more like you. Yeah, there's some like you.
No,
yeah.
there are some like you, but what I'm saying, majority of them are not like you. You are a part of a small percentage of women.
And I'm gonna
the way
give
you think, like when I guarantee you, when you have your conversations about relationships and poly and all that shit, a lot of your friends disagree with you and like, bitch, you tripping.
Most of them, I have a few who are like on
but
the same
most
page,
of them. But if you were to think about it, if you were in a room full of women and you got on the podium and you were Tania, most women would be like, get her the fuck off the stage.
And then the homegirl who would disagree with you be on the phone with me talking about what that pussy doing. I'm like, how?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
I do disagree
As
though.
women, I feel like the only reason they aren't into situations like poly and being open-minded is because they feel like that's a way of a man manipulating you to be with multiple women instead of them trying to see, okay, well, how is this benefiting me? Am I really jealous because it's another girl, or am I jealous because I want to be possessive?
Right. Yeah, that's too deep though. That's veering off. I do disagree. I do think there are a lot of good women in this city, but I think you have that assessment because I think a lot of the times women like that aren't on the grid to be seen.
Correct. I do know a lot of off the grid people.
A lot of good women are, and I'm learning this.
They
that a lot of good women don't go outside.
They don't.
And don't like. Go ahead.
One of the most common things that I was about to say is most of the women who fall under the real good ones, not everybody. Like if a rapper say or anybody say good women, raise your hand. Everybody raising their hand. So we know all women gonna raise
everybody think they good.
But the official good ones, most of them off the market.
You don't see them. Yeah.
Niggas don't. When you run into a unicorn, you know what you keep it. Like them ain't just floating out here on the market.
So that's why I say they are here, but a lot of them are married or taken. Yeah. But they are here. But there's not a. I will agree that like you're not gonna go out in the streets and bump into a lot of good women.
Yeah, because we talking about the single ones who be out and looking for men. Like, no, it's the reason why y'all out here. Not all y'all.
Yeah, you're not gonna be on Instagram and find them and Facebook and find them. It's like these are people that you might bump into in like Whole Foods by mistake, and you keep seeing her, and you're like, damn, all right, like, and then you approach them, and then you talk to them, and you're like, damn, where have you been? And it's just like I don't go outside.
A common thing for men is when you get a woman, you eventually understand why the last nigga left her.
Same with
tell me that
same.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about from a male perspective. Now, when you get a woman and you like, oh, she fine and she good, and it don't take long to realize why the last nigga walked out. You get what I'm saying? And I'll break this conversation with you too, because I had the same text conversation today. A girl sent me, we ain't even introduced the show, but it's cool. Yeah. A girl sent me a TikTok today, right? This is a religious girl too, though. She big in the church, but she not like square religious, but she heavy with it. Parents, grew up in the church, all that shit, right? So she sent me this TikTok, and all the TikTok said was it was a guy. She said, this reminds me of you. It was a guy saying that there's no benefit to a male in monogamy, right? Cool. And I said, well, it's the truth. And I did the little hands up emoji, like, what do you want me to say? And she's like, nah, it's not the truth. I said it is. I say, at the end of the day, she said, why does a man not have to be loyal? But I do. But listen, I say the only value you have to me is that. Not only that, that's your own standard. Yeah. Most women don't want to or will not openly admit they want to fuck multiple men at a time. Most women want monogamy. Y'all are the ones fighting for monogamy, not necessarily us. Yeah. We are possessive. We will get you and try, but you guys are mainly the ones fighting for monogamy. Yeah. It's your own standard. Yeah. But when I said to her that a woman's only purpose is loyalty, she got hot. But I'm just curious how you feel. Like, there is nothing other than a woman can add to my life other than loyalty.
So, so I guess I have always been different about how I think about stuff, but I know that there's one trait that when I was in a relationship that I had that I didn't like, and it was jealousy. I don't like that feeling. Like, I'll say little jokes like, you can't go nowhere looking like that.
Which is something that's taught. That's not natural, but go ahead.
But I'm saying, like, go ahead. I don't like feeling.
You don't think jealousy natural?
Because it comes out of you, like, when you feel it. Now, you know, but see, I knew in my head, like, this is not normal. Like, I shouldn't be mad that he's going somewhere and girls are looking. Like, I shouldn't be jealous of that. So I had to look at my own insecurities and figure out, well, why was I... And, why am I feeling like that? Well, at the time, it's postpartum, had babies, gained weight. So once I lost the weight and then got to where I was really happy with me, like how I think, how I breathe, how I speak, how I flow, I wanted other people to want him. Like, that's what I want. I don't want a man that nobody else wants, because I feel like naturally a man should be wanted. Like, That's
most
what
women
they
don't
should.
until they get cheated on. Then they go totally left.
My thing, the cheating part is just don't lie to me. I would prefer something where it's like, this is what we're gonna do. This is the other person. This is the other person. This is who it is. This is what it is.
Y'all motherfuckers love saying don't lie to me. Y'all don't like the truth either, though.
We really don't, but we do at the same time. It's hypocritical, I know, and it's weird, but it's hard to, like, the same way y'all are explaining stuff, it's foreign to my mind.
It's almost
and
like telling a kid.
It's
almost like telling your child, you can talk to me about whatever. And every time they come to talk to you about whatever, you whoop their ass, and then you like, all right, cool. We could, like, I understand now. Like, I don't want the ass whooping.
Right.
But see, that's
so,
the
like,
thing.
why would tell the truth in the first place? I'm just gonna lie.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying, but it's like, okay, when a woman says that, that's some shit she heard someone else say, and she saw her dude's face light up as, oh, that's interesting. So she started saying it because she's like, he liked that, I could tell. Like, that's cool. But they don't really mean it. Like when I say, okay, like when girls will be like, oh, I'm into polygamy. I'm like, have you ever been with a girl before? No, then you're not. You're not into that shit. You're gonna lose your fucking mind when you see this man with this other person. And if you're into that shit for real, you really have to be okay with a dude and your dude and a girl.
That polygamy only works and is successful when a woman is into women naturally.
That's what I'm saying.
On her own type time.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I say I'm not into introducing somebody into something that they already aren't kind of practicing.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You gotta already so this, if it worked successfully, let's say you was a dude with a girl, you would have to already have a certain type of trust and bond with this girl to know her, to be like, she's with that shit on her own.
Right.
And a certain type of bond with the other girl to know she's with that shit and she's real.
Yeah, it's wrong.
To be able to be like, okay, this is what I'm finna do.
Yeah, it's not gonna work from the beginning if I gotta convince you or talk to you about it. I gotta meet you and we have a conversation. And before I say anything, and before I say anything about polygamy or other women, that has to be your stance already. You feel me? For this shit to be successful.
But you do understand, like, religions that practice that, like Mormon,
yeah,
the women don't have to be gay.
Yeah.
Like women they sleep in separate rooms. They don't.
See, I have an aunt who lives in Saudi Arabia.
But I mean, in our today's time,
okay.
See, I think like
they do have a we
talked about this.
So
before.
she doesn't care about second and third because she knows that she's first,
right?
And they all live in the same house and they have separate floors, and it's like this is her house, this is her house, and the kids here.
But it works. I'm talking about the Americanized polygamy.
Yeah, American.
Because the thing about it is like when we think about because women don't like to feel left out or feel second to anything. Yeah. They don't like to feel like they're. Like you can literally have a woman, right? That's your woman, and you could be fucking another woman, and as long as she don't feel like that woman has any value, you good.
Yep.
Right.
But in other cultures, it's like that they don't practice it like that. There's jealousy is not a part of it because it's a part of their culture, just like religion is a part of our culture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In our culture, when we introduce polygamy, we're introducing it to people who have already been raised on monogamy.
Agreed.
So it's like when you go into it, the woman has to feel like she's getting something out of it. So if you have a woman that's already kind of into women and wants to sleep with women anyway, and you bring somebody in and that person is of value and they can win,
but most
then it's
girls
a different
who are
story.
into it are going to automatically bring it up as a conversation starter anyway. That's what, like you're saying, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. We're saying it in different ways. Like you're saying it should be something you don't even have to introduce. Correct is what I'm saying. Like it shouldn't be something that the dude is like, come on, man, we should. That's not gonna work.
But
that's how most people are finding girls. They're finding girls who are against the shit.
But that's the easiest way in America to put polygamy together. If you find a girl who's already into girls,
right?
Yeah.
That's almost the only way.
I do believe absolutely because of options,
right?
Like in other countries, I do believe jealousy does play a role. I believe that in Saudi Arabia, right? I believe in those homes, in Mormon homes, jealousy. If you put women in a house together, territory, yes.
And when I said earlier that jealousy is not natural, this is what I mean. I'm gonna let you finish, but I mean, I think envy is natural. I don't think jealousy is. I think jealousy is bred within insecurity, like. I don't think women are usually jealous when they get what they feel like they're supposed to be getting, but when you're not giving them what they feel like they're supposed to be getting, that breeds insecurity, and that's where the jealousy comes in.
But that's what I said was that I had to start looking at my own insecurities and figuring out why am I jealous? Like what is making me feel this way?
It starts with insecurity,
right? And I was insecure because things had been said about how I looked and falling off, but in my head I'm like I had to maybe like what so it's like I had to. I just had to fix the shit.
Like think about it like this, bro. If you was like cooking, you fucking the shit out of somebody, right? And you fucking the shit out of them, and then you happen to come across a video of the other dude that's fucking them. You feel me? And he's struggling. You feel me? He don't have a clue.
Yeah.
You no longer give a fuck. You ain't tripping.
Right.
You feel me? Because there's no insecurity there for you to be jealous.
Right.
But if you were to come across a video and he got them going crazy, now the jealousy comes from your own insecurities of seeing that. You feel me? So that's why I say jealousy is bred within insecurity. Envy is something different. Envy is like when you see somebody with something that you want, and you're not mad that they have it.
But
you just like, really damn, bad. I wish I had it.
But I believe they put up with it easier because there's no option. And I tell men this shit all the time. If they didn't have, like, okay, what's your option when you're a Mormon or you're in Saudi Arabia? I don't like this, and you leave. What the next nigga gonna do?
Right.
You gonna move in the house with some more bitches.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So and I tell men all the time, like if we can eliminate the fuck nigga, which we can't, them niggas live, living, breathing, you never gonna die. You never gonna die.
Undefeated.
Right. We can stop lying to these women about this, but the question was not necessarily about monogamy. I feel like women don't want their role. Your role is simple. Your role is cut and dry, but it's like you minimize. It's a very important role.
Right.
And that she was a religious person, so I said, you can argue with me all you want to, but your own book says the first woman was only created because a nigga was lonely. God didn't create her because like he saw a need for her. Like, oh well, shit, who gonna make the beds up? Like he didn't.
That was the second woman, but okay.
Who, Eve?
Yes.
Who was the first?
Lilith. Keep going.
That's arguable.
No.
Right. That's
that's
arguable.
Some of us.
Arguable.
If you believe the Bible, some of us descended from Lilith, the one who was like, fuck this shit, and some of us descended from Eve.
I'm just going by the book that she follows. You get what I'm saying? We can get into that one day too, though. I got some for that shit too, though. But she was only created out of companionship. You get what I'm saying? She didn't have a purpose. Keep this nigga company.
But
which is priceless.
Correct.
Which is priceless.
However,
yes,
nowadays
priceless.
a lot of women can't like. I would so love to have that role. Literally, just clean the house and cook.
I understand in society
but
that's
shit,
not.
I gotta pay $1,000
1,000%. I get it that it's a lot of women doing their own thing and that's great and fine. But you have to be able to cut that out when we're talking about
No, I'm saying, but a lot of men are okay with being like, you pay this, I pay this, and not them pay everything, and then I do whatever the fuck you tell me to.
But that's a separate conversation. We bridging conversations because I agree with you on that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just strictly talking about the purpose of a woman. That's great that you got your own job. It's great that you pay some bills. Some niggas need that. But I'm telling you, in the grand scheme of things and makeup, it don't mean a fucking thing. Peace is all a nigga needs. Loyalty brings that level of peace. She was only created to bring this man peace. You understand what I'm saying? And she failed at it. Y'all are terrible at it. Y'all don't want your job. It's just
we do, but we don't have the opportunity to do the job.
You don't want your job because even when you're given the opportunity to have it, no. Women any woman would love to be taken care of, right? Financially.
And that don't mean peaceful. We want to be. Who the fuck?
It's a lot of bitches with some rich niggas that ain't peaceful.
That ain't peaceful. You right about that. They gonna find something to fucking complain about or find something that's wrong. And I say it all the time, like you say, bro. That is their role. And I think just like if I'm in the household with my woman and my job is to take care of everything. Some nights I might cook.
Right.
You feel me? That don't mean that's my role.
Right.
You feel me? I just like to cook sometimes. Yeah. You feel me? But that's not my role. Mm-hmm. So it's just like you might take out the trash sometimes. That's not your role. Yeah. So it's just like we have to start embracing, understand that no matter if we do a little cooking and if we do a little cleaning, you feel me?
Yeah.
Still don't mean it's your role. That's extra. That's cool. But don't throw away your role and don't disregard your role because you do a little bit of something else.
Aren't y'all role is to lead, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't have a leader, how the fuck you follow?
But I agree with you. See, now we're having two different conversations.
Because so what you got to understand, Tania, is that if we're gonna be talking about men and women, we have to be talking about a man being a man because there are a lot of men right now that aren't men, and there are a lot of women right now that aren't women, and that's what he's saying.
That's why it's good to isolate them,
right? That's why I say you can't
because you're basically saying the same thing. A man's role is to lead in provision. Now, when I say a woman's not being a woman by her role, all you do is say, "Well, I gotta pay bills." Okay, so we're saying the same thing.
Right.
So basically, you're saying, "Okay, I agree with you, but you need to provide this."
So my point is, generally, as a culture, we're on the same idea.
Right.
Some of us, the ones that are us, that are okay. So you got categories and tiers of people.
Women want to be women want to be bosses, but women want to be bosses nowadays. And this is women want to lead nowadays. They want to make their own and have their own and be just because
as a woman, a lot of them feel that's all they are offered. Because, like I said, these men don't even approach you in the right way sometimes.
It's women out here. Everybody don't got a broke nigga. Right. It's niggas with money out here. It's women who date men who got a good job, who could provide and do everything like that. But women are not going to volunteer to be silent, peaceful, compromising. Like, if you take away loyalty, and it's just my opinion, but some niggas gonna say amen when I say it, right? To they self, not out loud, because that girl probably watching the show too, right? It's gonna be silent inside. If you take away a woman's loyalty, right? If you're not loyal and you're not peaceful, there is nothing else. You're stressful, you're an obligation, you're a protection liability. You get what I'm saying? You're overly opinionated, you're emotional.
How many women have you had tell you, just because you pay for everything don't mean I gotta fucking be quiet. I still got a voice.
I've heard that. I've only been in a situation where I live with a woman I pay for everything one time. I've only lived with a woman once. So. Yeah.
But did you hear that a lot?
Not necessarily, but this is a unique situation. I dated a woman who she was in college, right? So I was the only one working. So naturally, I pay everything. The motherfucker was driving my car. I went and bought a brand new car off the lot. I gave her the keys that day, and I took my ass to work. Nigga, I was gone for 30 days. When I came back, asked me how many miles was on my car.
A whole lot.
20,000. Swear to God. I left for a brand new car.
Lot of miles.
I left for a brand new car. She was going to school.
She drove that bitch to motherfucker.
Yeah, she was going I gave her a brand new, I'm talking about 0 miles, my nigga. Wow. 0. Spanking new, gave her the keys. I went to work the next day. I work offshore, so I'm gone. I came back, got my keys there, cranked that bitch up. I said, hey, man, is this a rental?
Bro, your shit in Switzerland.
She was showing that bitch off to everywhere. But anyway.
She was just burning out in place. Man. 50 miles in place.
She was bucking me. I was a sucker for her, man. But anyway, like, I was though.
That's a lot of miles, bro.
20,000, bro, in 30 days.
That's like 6 months worth of miles, bro.
And then she looked at me like, "What was my problem? Like what? This what this motherfucker for?" I said, "Man, let me go get some new tires." Anyway,
and an oil change.
Yes, no oil change. Yeah, no oil change.
I didn't even know what that little light meant with the little exclamation. I knew it was imperative. Right. I ain't know it
mean you about to be stranded. That's what the fuck it means.
Higher pressure or some shit.
Right.
I shouldn't have to do that shit.
So. Cool, and she didn't have no job, but she had big attitude, big personality, big opinions, right? So she was about to graduate, and I knew when she graduated, she would get a job. And I told my homeboy this. I say, bro, if she's intolerable broke, I already know what's coming when she get this money.
Oh, she gonna cook you.
Just like clockwork. Yeah. She got that job, she got that money, goodbye relationship. Now, I'm not saying the money changed her, it just enhances her.
Right, that's what money does. Money makes you more of what you are.
Exactly. She was hell when she was broke. Now you give her some money, you get what I'm saying? Exactly. But her money didn't matter to me. Her financial income, it don't really matter to most men. And I got hell for men. I posted something on my Facebook when I said men who act like a woman's money is a requirement is men who don't feel like being men. Mm-hmm. And I just wish that they would say that and stop acting like, oh, I'm out here looking for a woman who could bring something to the table. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the lamest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because if you was rich, you wouldn't give a fuck about what no bitch had.
Yeah. And I always ask the question, and I think women get annoyed when I be like, what do women bring to the table? It's not because I want to know what women bring to the table. I know what women bring to the table. I just want to know if women know what they bring to the table. Because at the end of the day, what you bring to the table is being a fucking woman.
But tell me they don't name a bunch of shit that don't have nothing to do with nothing.
Shit ain't got nothing. When all it is, bro, is all you have to do is be a fucking woman, because that's something that's irreplaceable.
But you know what I think happens over time? Because I'm like listening to y'all, I'm in my mind like, what the fuck kind of girls y'all be talking to? But I think my daddy must have made me different a little, because he always told me.
But you got to think, you low key a boy, man. Like nobody, so you got to stop like with this. You be defending women from your boyish point of view when 90% of women don't even think like you. Women gonna listen. Women gonna watch this podcast and listen to you talk a lot of the time and be like, that bitch need to shut up.
Yeah,
you feel me? That is not how we feel. Why they got her on here speaking for us? They need to bring another woman on, because that ain't the woman. Right. You almost like one of us in your way of thinking a lot of the times. So it's just like when you speak out and you going against things, you be speaking from a point of view that I'm like, bro, like, Women don't feel like that.
But what I'm saying is, I think a lot of women don't know that what they bring to the table is just being a woman. Like because so long we have not been told that the essence of just literally being able to be
is a beautiful thing.
Is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
so if more people knew that it was beautiful to live, nowadays they say it's vain to do your makeup, it's vain to do it. But if they knew my man loves me to look good, I'm like back in the days, the women knew. Go keep yourself up.
Yes.
Like, don't get fat. Don't do this.
Yeah.
But now, like then in the 70s somewhere, that shit went away when it became feminist movement and all that shit.
When the handsome man walks in the room, the women look, but they still want to know, what does he do? But when a beautiful woman walks in the room and commands the attention of everybody, we don't give a fuck what she does.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
But that's why
she's a fucking woman. And
I don't think women know that. That's why it's good for. I tell so many women to listen to the podcast because when you hear you guys talk, we don't get that perspective from guys we date.
Right.
They come in cap as fuck.
Yeah, but understand
they're
why.
Intellectual and they're not.
But I tell women this all the time. If you're listening to a man who is attempting to fuck you, you will never get accurate information. The only reason why you can get the best answers you're going to get is maybe from a gay man because he's not interested in fucking you, or a nigga who done fucked you already.
Right.
You can get some truth out of a nigga who don't give a fuck because I done already fucked you. You get what I'm saying? It's one of your friends that you friends with. She posts all the time about how much of a hard worker she is and what she not settling for or nothing. But I look at all her pictures and the way she act, I'm like, I don't give a fuck how hard working you are. You ain't gonna get no real nigga. Look at what you put out here to the world. Look at what you post. Look at what you stand for. You feel me? Excuse me.
It's crazy. It's just at one point, I just remember my daddy telling me it's okay. It's okay to be genuine. It doesn't make you naive. And the most beautiful thing about a woman is a woman.
Right.
But if no one ever told you that,
you wouldn't know.
Don't know that.
But here's the thing, though. Your best trait. I don't feel like you think like a nigga. Your best trait is that you are learned. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not opposed to information. Since you've been on this podcast, you done hit me up like, man, you know what? Since y'all been talking, I be dealing with niggas, and it's real hard for me to go for that bullshit now.
Yeah.
You just learn it and understand it.
Yeah.
You're not, sure, you'll push back with your information. Sure, you have points and you stand up for women, you understand? But you're also not opposed to listening. There are some women who don't want anything unless it's their way.
Yeah.
You can't teach me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I want it this motherfucking way. That's why even if you get a rich nigga, I use Bone for an example. He's the prototypical nigga that most women out here look for. Entrepreneur, so you can make your own hours, correct?
Correct.
Free to travel, free to go where, right? He could do, if you smoke weed or whatever, he can smoke weed. Don't gotta go do no piss test. You don't have to do no. You got money, correct? I know you don't have to say how much, but you can Google it, nigga, if you don't understand, right? Got money. Not broke, can afford this, multiple places, got his own business. The prototypical nigga. How much do you care about how much money a woman makes?
0.
How much do you care about her occupation?
Don't care.
Okay, so from your perspective as a man, the prototypical man that all of y'all are looking for, maybe not him specifically if you don't like what he look like, because I dare try to make up anything about now, right?
Right.
But I'm just saying the statue that you come in, the successful, the entrepreneur, the freedom, all that other shit, what are things that you look for in a woman, brother?
I just want you to be goddamn peaceful, like you say. I just want you to not get on my nerves.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
If I can snap my finger and come back as a woman, I'd be rich.
Right.
All you gotta do is put up with a nigga shit and be loyal.
That's why
I don't give a fuck what that nigga did. I'll find me the richest nigga on the planet. Make sure he's sexually satisfied. Sit there and I don't care what time he comes in. Just be. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a happy life, but I'm saying if I'm all about finances, that's what I would do.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But you can find a good man also.
There was an old saying that this old lady told me one time, and I guess that's probably why I know I can listen, because I grew up different. So going through foster care and stuff, I just learned how to watch and listen, and like when I was in a certain area and I knew this is what these people expected of me, then I would try to emulate it to be perfect. Right. So like that's a trait that you pick up even when you're with a man. Like if you realize he like you to look like this, you try to do that. That's how I always was. This old lady told me one time, it was like she was in the military, her husband was in the military, and these ladies were trying to be messy and tell her like, oh, I saw him here, there, whatever. She said, I stopped it right there, and I told him, as long as my dog don't bring back no bones, that don't got nothing to do with it. Something like that, to the effect of basically like, out of sight, out of mind. Like, as long as it's respectful enough that shit ain't in my face or,
Facts.
you know, come into my house.
Facts, agreed.
And she was like 80 now. So she was like saying that's how she did it.
Women
like,
just understood men better back then. These new women just kind of like listen to music and read memes and that be that. But my whole opinion on being a woman, that is, if you have a pussy and you are poor, you deserve to be poor, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
That's heavy, man. I can't do them like that's heavy.
What does that mean exactly,
I get wholeheartedly what you said, but that's
no.
cold.
What I'm gonna explain it to you.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much power in being a woman. You feel what I'm saying? That if you don't understand how to harness that power, not saying that you should be selling pussy or giving pussy away. What I'm saying is that you were born with something but you're born with something between your legs and in your essence that gives you power. You feel me? And if you are ignorant enough to fucking not use that power, you feel me? You deserve to be right where you are, because you born. It's like being born rich.
Yeah.
Being a woman is being born rich. You like, bro, like I'll be driving up the street, bro, and there's a homeless man. He can look like Brad Pitt. Nobody's picking him up. But if there's a homeless woman, bro, and she got a fat ass and she look like she can be cleaned up, you can be a millionaire. You'll take her off the street.
My shower
what's the
work.
movie?
Yeah, your shower work.
Pretty Lady or
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
She was a prostitute and she got a fairy tale ending.
Marilyn Monroe. You fucking the president.
Yeah.
Nigga,
And
you a
his
hooker.
brother.
Niggas take strippers,
You a
porn
hooker.
stars off the pole all the time. Be dying to get them off.
So my
Please
point,
come up off that.
and for the women that do understand the power of that, they get ridiculed and criticized so much for understanding and harnessing that power from women who don't understand or don't want to use that power. Girl, you should be working. Girl, you should be this. Girl, you should be doing this. It's just like, no, she
There's
understands.
two quotes that I like that kind of say that. Dave Chappelle explained how he realized that pussy was power, and it was that he was like, wherever he grew up, he had got these new Jordans, but he had to walk through a bad neighborhood, so he would always take them off, put them in his book bag, and put on some raggedy shoes to walk through the neighborhood. And he was like, he one day was like, damn, that's probably what it's like to walk around with a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's like. And then
A good one anyway.
The Great Gatsby is one. I love the era of the 20s. Daisy says to her cousin on there when he asked, why did you stay with Tom? Because he was cheating on her. And she said, and she asked him something like, she was like, the children. And he was like, you have a daughter. And she was like, yeah, it's a sad thing. He said, why? And he was like, she said, I want to raise her the way she should be. And he said, what do you mean? And she said, the best thing a woman could be in this world is a fool. Yeah. Like, basically,
I like that though.
That's what she was saying.
That was
like,
dope. That was a dope quote though.
So pretty much, she didn't never go with Jay, the Great Gatsby guy,
right?
Because he was wanting her to have all this. Tell him you're leaving me, and she was just like, "He's hot. Oh, I need a drink," because she was like, "I don't want to do nothing that's too much. No, honestly, to lay my ass down. It's hot. Give me a drink. Oh, let's leave. Let's party." She didn't want to do anything, which is what we're going through right now. We're basically in another roaring 20s. Right. We're about to have another 30s. We're gonna have a Great Depression.
And what women need to understand is by submitting, sometimes you get all the power and control.
Oh man, you took the words out of my mouth.
By submitting and just giving in, you gain all the power. You have all the control. Man. For a man that you bring peace, you become irreplaceable. So if you are peaceful, you are irreplaceable.
They don't get that shit at all.
But let me tell you why. Because at some point we started getting taught. Maybe it was when they started telling us, like, go to college and be all these titles. It was a point where they told us it's not rational for women to show their emotions.
It wasn't no point.
No, I'm saying, like, if you're an overly emotional woman, people are like, oh, it's too much emotion. You need more logic. But it is very illogical to be submissive. So that's why we are given the emotion, because the emotion is what allows us to be submissive.
A logical woman is jumbo shrimp.
Right. So I hate when people say they don't want no emotional. To me,
a woman's emotions are the best part of her.
Right. Yes. We should be able to be like, no, because then that's when the man gets to be the man.
Not if you're using them.
But it's like giving a woman. It's like giving a woman a secret weapon that she don't know how to use it.
The nurturing part of emotions. Being peaceful comes with nurturing, which means it comes from an emotional place. Since the beginning of time,
I used Eve as an example, and she was chaotic. Y'all don't know
she
what
bit a fucking apple because a snake told her to.
Right.
Apparently.
Right. And that was just in her own head. That snake wasn't saying shit. It's just a woman. Any excuse to do what you want to do, you'll find it and blame it on her. She just blamed on that. Like, why would you do that? Well, the snake was talking. Bitch, the snake ain't say shit. Adam ain't hit a snake and he been on earth for 20, 30 years before she got here. Right. But it's fine. No. I understand y'all. But what you said, and I'm going to change this topic, sort of, kind of, but submission is the key, and that's what women don't fucking get.
That is a horrible word for them now.
Whenever you watch these movies with these dominant creatures like King Kong or Godzilla or something, right? They terrorize everything. If you try to forcibly push back on them, they'll tear down everything. And it's always some kind, small, gentle woman who can control the shit out of them.
How to use emotions. Facts.
The
gorilla, right. 70 feet tall, crying.
Facts. Any man who is in love with his girl or likes you or does something for, or just to call you his girl, I don't want to fight with you for real. There's no nigga who want to fight with his girl. Right, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's no nigga who loves you who can resist a girl's tears and her emotions and her all. You can control a nigga just by playing her, acting her. And if you are with a man who doesn't care about you being hurt, you with the wrong nigga. Ding dong. Right. Get the fuck out. So if you gotta go to you a fuck nigga, bitch ass nigga and all that, you with the wrong nigga.
Now I don't think this way, but I'm just saying I talk to people. I do hair. So I hear different girls' perspectives on different shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, that goes into play with you saying loyalty. They feel like if they leave that nigga, they not loyal.
Yeah, but but listen, if you with the wrong guy, you just with the wrong guy. You got to be loyal to the, but you have to be loyal. No, they're loyal to their decision. You know you with the wrong guy. You know how many women know they with the wrong dude today?
But they be loving them niggas.
Yeah, no, but they love their decision. One thing a woman will do is ride her decision out. A woman can make a decision that is clearly fucking wrong and ride that shit out because she made that decision. It's hard for y'all to admit y'all wrong. You get what I'm saying? Y'all have terrible... Women are horrible at picking men. I don't want to drift off into this because this is so not the topic.
Clearly, y'all horrible at picking women, too.
No, we're not horrible at picking women. Who? No, not me.
You gave me 3 stories of 3 girls that I done said, God damn.
No, I'm just giving you... Well, if you pick a woman, you're going to have a story. That just come with it. There's not a dude in the world who don't have a woman who don't have a story. Y'all come with stories. You get what I'm saying? I have picked 2 bad women. I will say that.
I would say yes.
Absolutely. But just in general, women are horrible at picking men. They'll pick the same man 7 times. They just don't see the shit coming.
They're going based off stuff that they've learned, like you said, that they think is what they're supposed to look for. And they don't learn how to detach. Being in foster care, I learned how to detach, make myself detach. I feel like because I didn't have an emotional childhood where I could use my emotions, I had to learn how to use emotions, which means I can...
But you got to be careful with that because we're live in a new era where everybody want to brag about how quickly they cut people off. That's the lamest shit ever. Like I hate the motherfuckers that brag about how quick I can cut people off.
If I have to force myself to cut you off, then you need to be cut off because I shouldn't have to force myself to do that.
Tell me how y'all feel about this. How y'all feel about the slut walk? Do you know what the slut walk is? Amber Rose's slut walk.
I've heard. I don't know exactly.
I remember that show she was on where the dude kind of got the beard like Bone, and he was calling her a slut. That's all I. All I remember is he was like,
that dude mean as fuck. And he's slow.
Yeah, that nigga retarded. He retarded
but I don't know what her
DC Young Fly went hard on, but
what her motive is. Like what I don't know what her.
Okay, so the slut walk is basically like an annual thing she does, and she empowers women to dress the way they want to dress, saying that you should be able to embrace your sexuality, wear whatever clothes you want to wear. You could be a slut. You get what I'm saying? And they do a march. They come out dressed in all other freaky clothes and the short stuff and whatever. And it's not just all women. It's some, gay dudes and some heterosexual dudes. So that's what the slut walk is. Okay. You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be woman empowerment. Mm-hmm. But how do you feel about that concept? I vehemently disagree with the slut walk.
So I still have body dysmorphia issues. There's no fucking way I could walk outside like that. I would be so much anxiety that I would probably sit in a fucking corner. I mean, however, I do feel like if y'all saying, okay, like back in the days, women knew how to be more, submissive to their man, them women dressed kind of provocative. Cleavage, tight ass clothes, like they did what they wanted to do. Now, of course, the fashion was a little different, but they did dress more provocative. They wore red lipstick. That was slutty. Wearing red lipstick was a slut. Yeah, red nail polish, you a hoe.
But do you feel like in general a woman should be able to wear what she wants to wear?
If you have a man, fuck no. If your man looking at you crazy before you go out the door, I do feel like you should change. Now, I'm not saying that's insecure for a man to be like, why are you wearing that? But who the fuck want their girl to have their whole ass cheek out or their whole titty out? Like, you shouldn't want to because you don't want anyone else to look at you because you only want your man to look at you.
I heard that's an insecurity. I heard some women say you insecure.
They do. They say that a girl should, if you don't want it, what it say? If you don't want a bad bitch, then
don't be with one. Don't date one. Yeah.
But I do feel like a bad bitch, that term, those words together is a certain type of dressing and attitude and all of that shit. So I feel like, don't say you got a bad bitch. Say you got a beautiful woman. And a beautiful woman probably ain't going to want to show her titties to every fucking body unless she's a stripper. Like, because no one's going to... I would not have... I couldn't... In my head, the whole time, I'd be like, damn, this nigga going to kick my ass if he see me in this shit. Like, not that he's literally going to kick my ass, but I'm definitely going to get looked at crazy as fuck if I come home with some crazy ass shit on.
But you cool with a single woman rocking whatever shit?
I mean, again, I can't say for me because I wouldn't, but... If that's what you want to wear, shit. I mean, that's on you. It's a free country. Do what you want to do. But you got to know that people are going to literally say, well, you called yourself a slut, so you're a slut. Like, I wouldn't go out and be like, thought walk. Fuck no. I don't want nobody to associate me with that shit.
That's basically what it is, the thought walk.
But again, Amber Rose is a well-known, okay with being called a slut-ass motherfucker. Like, she's the one who was with Kanye, and Kim said you had to take 200 showers before you can even touch me.
I date Amber Rose, though. I like
Of course you fuck her.
Why? I said I would date her.
You would go with her as a girl. Like, you would date her. Then it's contradictory to everything you said because she's definitely not going to fucking submit to you.
We're going to get into it. Or how you feel about a slut walk?
I think about it the same way when we talk about, like, job interviews and shit. Like, you got to dress for the job you want. If you want a corporate job, they require you to wear a suit to the interview. You got to wear a suit to the interview. So... It's if you are looking for a certain type of man and you feel like you want to wear what you want to wear, then you're probably not gonna get that type of man. I think people should be able to express themselves and dress how they want to dress, but you got to be able to accept what comes along with that. If you want to wear what you want to wear, don't complain about not being able to find a quality man or a man that's so and so, because in the society we live in, the standard is what it is. There's two ways to live life. You can live life the way you want to live it, you feel what I'm saying? But you got to understand that the world has a set of rules that aren't your rules. So in my life, I do what the fuck I want to do, and I try to put myself in position to where I could do that. But if I had to go to somebody's job and I had to answer to somebody, I would have to abide by their rules. So if you want to dress like how you want to dress and wear what you want to wear, be okay with being on your fucking own.
Do you have a standard yourself that you... prefer your women dress, women that you deal with? Do you have a standard for that?
I do have a standard, but my standard is pretty loose. But I do believe this is that there shouldn't be, if you are my woman and something makes me uncomfortable, there should be no argument about changing that. Like if you are mine and we are together and we're committed to each other, whose opinion and whose thoughts are more important than mine? For you to override that to still do what you want to do. Just like if I got on some sweatpants and my dick print is showing and you just like, damn, take that off. Like, I'm uncomfortable with you walking outside like that. Why is it a big deal for me to push back on that? Why is it hard for me to go just throw on some different pants?
So you would change that?
I would change because it makes my woman, who is the most important person in the world to me, uncomfortable. So if I feel like you're wearing some shit that makes me uncomfortable, and because my standard is so loose, you feel me? If you way over the top, if you making me feel uncomfortable. And if I say change, I feel like you should change. And if you push back, then that lets me know what kind of situation we have, and I'm probably not gonna stay in that situation. You know, I'm just somebody, it's so hard for me to even be in a relationship to where if I am in one, you feel me, like certain things are gonna be respected. Or I don't have to do this shit. You feel me? Neither one of us have to do this. So if we're gonna do this, we need to be in the space to where what we think about each other and how we feel about each other is more important than everything else. So if you want to wear what you want to wear and I don't approve of it, then we probably won't be together. And that's it. Yeah.
You got a homegirl who
she got a lot of homegirls tonight, don't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I just use personal examples.
Sniping your motherfucking Instagram.
Right.
Nah, cause she, you know, with the good woman comment, but she.
That nigga seen the comment and said, "Let me go through this."
Nah, I know, but listen, I knew a lot of your partners. Like I say, I you know,
she got a lot of homegirls, and they know she do hair.
I know everybody swear they don't like light skinned niggas, but I mean, if I had $1 for every time, boy, I wouldn't have to be here. But she always posts about what kind of man she looking for and all this other shit like that. But when she go out, everything see through, everything short, very beautiful as far as shape wise woman goes, but everything is provocative. And I'm just like, in my mind, and again, let's be clear, I don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? Not my business. Do what you want to do if you want to.
But it's mind boggling.
Yes, because it's like, I wonder, what do you expect? The type of men, Every man who ever approaches you, will see you as a piece of meat first. Because of everything you post is meat worthy. She will never meet a man who sees her as anything other than meat. And when he's tired of eating that meat, it's over with. You get what I'm saying? Now, as far as the slut walk, the reason why I personally have such a big problem with it is because I'm raising a daughter. Now, I would date Amber Rose, and I'll explain that. As a black person in society, I should be able to go places and be treated fairly, right? Mm-hmm. Is that reality, though?
No.
That's not reality. You get what I'm saying? So there's what is.
And what isn't.
And what isn't. You get what I'm saying? I understand what the world's supposed to be, but that's not reality because I want it to be.
Right.
I get Amber Rose's premise about the slut walk. Women should be able to wear what they want to wear and not be objectified, not be touched, not be harassed. I get it. That's not the world you live in. 99% of those people who are out there supporting the good cause, right? But there's a small percentage of those people who are going to take that mentality and go somewhere and get raped and mistreated because of what they got on. Right. And if one woman gets raped because of that, it's not worth it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we talk to black men all the time about it's not worth it to gangbang or do this. Like, if you know, because you might potentially lose your life. It's not worth it. You get what I'm saying? I understand when they had Freaknik and women went out there wearing short shit and dressed like that. And like most of the women got off cool. It was just good, harmless fun. But then there are the videos of the women who was popping in front of a group full of niggas and they started pulling their shit off. That's incorrect. I don't support that. All of those men are in the wrong, but it doesn't change the reality that it happened to that person. If you come around wolves and you got meat, somebody's gonna mistreat you, and it's not worth that when you could just cover the fuck up. Not saying you can't dress sex. Go ahead.
Chris Rock said that he approached a woman that was dressed provocative, and she got offended, and asked him why he would approach her like that, and he said, "Shit, if I seen somebody wearing a police uniform, I would assume they were the police."
Right.
He said, "You wearing a whore's uniform."
That is.
So I assume you were a whore.
And I understand the reality that that's not right. But that's not, well, let me rephrase that. I understand that that's not supposed to be right. Mm-hmm. But the reality is people do see you and view you a certain kind of way. Whether it's your skin color, how you dress, tattoos, all that, all humans judge that. And even though I'm not a rapist, you're not a rapist, no one in here is. I don't know any, I'm not friends with any personal. I do know they exist.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Nobody, it's like, because when someone creates a stigma around something, that doesn't mean the stigma is right, but that doesn't mean the stigma doesn't exist. Just like we tell our younger black men, is like, if you wear your hair like that, they're going to assume you're a thug. Right. Or they're going to assume you this and they're going to assume you that, which is incorrect. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, through history, they've made that the uniform for a thug.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you're wearing your hair a certain type of way or you're doing a certain type of thing, it's just like, bro, that's what they target. It's just like you talk about drug dealers all the time. It's just like when they say, all right, a drug dealer looks like this. You feel me? And if you look like that, you're probably going to be profiled as a drug dealer because that's what they know it as. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a drug dealer because you look like that, but that's what they know it as.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same reason why, like, even cops now, even with black officers, when they pull over a certain type of black dude, like I find myself profiling black people and I'm black.
I do the same.
I profile them all the time. It's just like absolutely. I know, like, when, like, if I know when to, like, cock my pistol and be ready and when not to. Yeah. And more times than not, I'm right. I'm not always right.
Right.
You feel me? Sometimes it's a nice guy on the other end of my profiling.
Yeah.
But for the most part, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So that's how motherfuckers feel about women and everything else. So it's just usually when you watch somebody with a certain type of clothing on, like a larger percent of the time than not, they're going to match the way they dress, because it's not even the clothing, it's just the fact that when you put that on, you understood what represented it.
Right, exactly.
So it's like when you put that little shit on and you went out here in front of all these people, you understand how men function when they see that.
Or at least don't be mad when that's the perception.
Right.
Like, it's cool if you wear it. That don't make you a hoe. That don't make you a slut. Like, okay, but just don't be mad that I have that perception of you, because you understand that's what comes with that.
It's like walking outside naked and then being like, why they staring at me like that?
But my biggest thing is just the protection. It's like, there are some stereotypes worth fighting against. You understand what I'm saying? But getting raped is not one. So if a woman get raped and somebody...
Okay, I agree with all the stuff y'all saying, except using the rape part. Only because people rape children and they don't do shit.
No, absolutely.
You don't do shit.
No.
What he's saying is sick people are sick people.
Correct. And back in the day, they raped women with petticoats on.
Yeah, but that
so it's like, it didn't matter what the woman had on when they raped them.
No, I understand that.
Right. I might rape you with a petticoat, but... If you're naked, half naked, I'm more than likely to cook you than the motherfucker in the petticoat.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Because rapists if that's the case, they would rape whores and not children.
But not all.
But rapists do weird shit.
Okay, but let's be for real.
You guys aren't rapists, so y'all can't talk from that point.
But I can, and I'll explain.
You're not a rapist.
But I can though. Let me tell you, I understand that there are. I can't talk to the reasons of necessarily what's going through their mind to make them rape. I can't psychologically. But I do know for a fact that prostitutes get raped.
Yeah.
Porn stars also get raped.
More often.
And I'm not right. So I understand that there's nothing that a child can do to protect themselves.
Children get raped more than prostitutes and more than any other adult.
They do.
They don't do anything.
Some rapes can't be avoided.
Correct.
But some can.
Is going to rape.
Some accidents can't be avoided.
So I'm just saying,
in a car.
But
no, I can't use, because that's my biggest point. If somebody's going to rape you and you do everything right, you can't avoid that. I should be able to
be around a motherfucker butt naked and
yes, you should. Absolutely, 1,000%, 1,000% agreed. No pushback whatsoever.
So
but what I'm saying is, there is somebody out there who don't give a fuck about what me and you think. I see you with them titties out, and I'm gonna take them titties tonight. So if wearing a shirt could prevent you from doing that, because you gotta live with it, not Adam Taylor. The woman gotta live with that. If just covering up wearing a shirt would have prevented that, or something a little bit more risky would have prevented that,
the same thing.
It's worth it, because you gotta live with that lifetime of being raped.
Right.
And I understand that not all women, like, that they rape children and they wear women fully clothed. I get that.
Right.
And so but I'm saying in general, just like when you look at the Freaknik videos, when the women were in a circle, or you go look at the spring break videos, and the girls flashing the boobs and showing the titties, and all of a sudden the crowd get too rowdy and it's pulling shit off on their own, and you can avoid that. You get what I'm saying? So yes, you're 1,000. You should be able to wear whatever.
Happen, but some you can avoid.
You should be able to wear whatever you want, and the man not touch you or even cross his mind to take something from you. I 1,000% agree. But my perception is, because I raised a little girl, if you can stop one woman from getting raped by putting on a shirt, it's worth it. Don't put yourself at risk if you don't have to be. You get what I'm saying?
Especially not for the sake of just trying to be right.
Right, but when there's so many other outfits you can wear and look beautiful and not be a slut. You get what I'm saying? Yes, you can. But why put yourself in that atmosphere even more? Why put a target on yourself? You could go places and get robbed and have nothing going on. But if I got a stack of money out, what would you tell me? You'd be like, hey, 12, put that up, man. These niggas around here hungry, man.
Imagine having a thug walk.
A thug walk?
Yeah, a thug walk.
Yeah, they would say I was wilding.
Right. And it's like you having a thug walk, and it's just like, stop killing people. They gonna kill motherfuckers with haircuts and motherfuckers that's clean cut, but motherfuckers that look like you are more likely to get your shit blowed off because you fit the bill. Young
Dolph just got killed. And people that say he got killed for no reason. There's some people that say, hey, don't make a song called 100 Shots. Don't tell them niggas they missed you. Don't tell them niggas, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So maybe that could have been avoided. Are there some niggas who get shot and don't make a song the first?
Absolutely. A lot.
But if that shit could have saved Young Dolph's life by not recording that, I would go back and tell him a million times, like, hey, bro, just don't record
kill
that
it,
one, bro.
Yeah.
Let that shit go.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. Like, I firmly agree with you. So I just want you to know, leaving this conversation,
and that's why I say
that a woman should be able to wear whatever and not be touched.
But that's not and like, we should be able to do a lot of things. Black people should be able to be equal, but that's not the reality we live in. That's not the reality we live in, and we have to approach things the way they are until we can get them to where they need to be. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the time,
it's just a sad world when a woman has to think about before she go out the door. Will I be raped? When a man don't have to think that.
A man gotta walk out the door and wonder, will I be killed?
Yeah, but you don't have to wonder will you be forcefully fucking raped.
Yeah, I agree.
And
that's a burden.
I would rather die than be raped.
But that's also my point. If you could just put on a shirt to avoid that,
why wouldn't you?
Don't go through that.
Right.
I would never want a woman to be. That's the most. I don't even understand that process. What goes through a man's mind, but I know these niggas exist.
Yeah, but we all walk out the door and face some type of obstacle that we can avoid.
Because I would tell my daughter that. My daughter should be able to grow up in this world and wear whatever she want to wear and never be touched. But as her father, I have to be responsible. I have to tell her, listen, baby, put some clothes on. Like everybody don't think, I can't put her at risk. Should she be able to do it? Yes. Yeah. But the reality is all it takes is one fucking creep to change my daughter's life forever.
You should be able to walk
her. Don't wear that because people gonna look at you like you're a whore. Not because somebody might rape you.
But I can't tell her that because I don't care about the looks. If all she was gonna get is looks, baby, shut your shit.
Right.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
Because fuck what people think. But all it takes is one fucking creep to change my daughter's life forever.
Molly all in her champagne. Yeah, we didn't even know it. Fully dressed.
Yeah, bro.
We sing it.
We should be able.
I agree.
We should be able to walk around barefoot, but there's glass in the streets.
That's all I'm saying. On a lighter note, if you're in a relationship, this is something that I ran into. This is something I had problems with. And I'm sure a lot of men and women have issues with this. How much should you be able to club if you're in a relationship?
Ooh, that has to be a conversation and you both have that understanding.
Twice a month.
But just give me,
or like birthdays.
Twice a month. Twice a month. You go out every other weekend.
Every other weekend.
Every other weekend.
The club.
Yeah.
Every other weekend.
Right. But you know this is a hellified issue in a lot of relationships, right? The club is a problem. There are some people who feel like they should be at a club as much.
But my thing is, I got a question for women though. Like, what do you get out of going to the club? Because it's like for me,
sometimes it is boring as fuck. I won't lie. Like lately,
it's super boring for people who can't. Yeah. It's almost like going to a fucking weed festival and you can't smoke.
Right. Yeah.
Or going to a fucking a beer walk and you can't drink. Beer, yeah. What's the point?
So I didn't go out for about 10 years. So when I first started going out, it was fun because I had done it and I didn't get to do it in college. Mm-hmm. So I was like,
that's why you turned. Yeah.
This
okay.
is fun.
Yeah.
But then I have times where I'm in the corner like, ready to fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like music. If the DJ sucks, I'm ready to go. Period. I don't care. 3 songs in, you suck, I gotta go.
But I actually
how many dudes you know go to the club to dance?
None.
0. How many dudes you go to the club to have fun with each other? 0. What do men go to the club for?
To find a girl.
Somebody. That's it.
So why put it's the same thing. It goes right back to your slut walk. Why would you put yourself in position to have a bunch of men gawking and fucking all in your face all night long? What do you get from that?
So here's the thing.
I understand.
No guy ever approaches me at the club.
But no,
we're not talking about you.
But I actually understand women more so than guys.
That's why
women do actually just like
have fun. It is fun.
Right, but understand.
They just like music and drinks.
Listen, just like
they feel pretty.
That's why I like gay parties now more than night parties.
They just like to look good when they have their titties out or they have their ass out. They just like to dress a certain type of way. But what I'm saying, what comes with that is the niggas in the club. When you go to the club to have like these environments that you go to do all these things, like you say, can be avoided. You can go listen to music and have fun in a different environment.
That's true. Because I just went recently, and actually I'm kind of pissed at a lot of people in the city. I just did the highlights in black for the councilwomen. I can't say her name correctly, but Miss Bruno, she had the museum tour downtown. It was absolutely amazing. It highlighted all of Pensacola's black culture and history. Mm-hmm. It was so fun and so dope, and nobody our age was. A lot of people our age was not there, and I mean, when I say I had so much fun, I went home at like 10 o'clock.
Don't nobody tell me nothing about that shit.
I shared it on my Facebook all the time, but all
I like
you
white
saw,
women, y'all don't want me to come.
If my woman want to go to Seville every weekend, bro, I got a problem with that. I'm like, why? What the fuck is in Seville?
Now, what I have found though is I had to find different things. Like I do the jazz night on Tuesdays. It's only till like 10, and they play jazz music only. You sit down. You're not dancing. They're playing jazz, but it's like modern.
Yeah.
That's really dope. And then like the museum tour was dope. And I didn't even know we had the Pensacola Art Museum.
We talking about the club.
No, but I'm saying, but I didn't. I was going to the club thinking this was all that was here to offer.
Right.
And then people started being like, "Oh, have you tried this or this?" And now I'm like, well, shit, I don't really want to go to the club because this was more fun. This I learned from.
There's some other.
I didn't know though that we had those things in our city.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I used to think there was more to the club when I was younger. Like that's all I went to the club for when I was younger. But when I got older, I would go out thinking there was more to the club. But when I got to the club, I'm just like, damn, that's all there was to the club.
Yeah.
Like I'm in this bitch wishing like I never came out. Every time I go out, I realize why I don't go out.
Facts. But that's it for a man. But I give women, I shoot women bail on this particular subject. But women do frequently not understand why their man has a problem with them clubbing so much.
Yeah, we don't.
Especially early at a certain age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do get it. Women just like to put on clothes sometimes and have good fun. Sometimes the club is just good fun for women.
And a lot of times guys don't approach you.
But every nigga in the club is there for one reason. Two things make the club boring for a nigga: being sober
and no women,
or being in a relationship. Yeah. There's no point of me being here.
You know
if
what?
I'm not drunk as
That's
fuck,
true.
or I'm in a relationship, babe, why am I here, man?
When I went to Dallas,
if you get drunk as hell, you're gonna do some shit that'll ruin your relationship.
Facts. I'm trying to holler at something big. I get drunk, man. Fuck all that shit
when
at the house.
When I went to Dallas, I was thinking we ended up going to a really big club there because
we're gonna have niggas not being able to go to the club.
One of my,
yeah, that's fact. But what they in there for? If your nigga ever tell you he going to have fun, he's not. We don't dance.
If a woman ain't never took nothing from this podcast, they taking that.
Please do.
Hey,
I ain't mad at your nigga.
Podcast you talking about polygamy and shit.
Yeah.
They say why you need to go to the club.
That's a fact. Don't let your nigga.
Y'all gonna get some inboxes. Man, nigga, fuck you, dog.
Man, I feel you, but hey, just keeping it real though. If you ain't never seen a nigga do a dance routine in the club, what am I doing? If I dance, I'm dancing on the back.
Listen, I know some ones ain't getting no pussy anywhere.
Used to show be dancing in the That's my dog, y'all.
Damn, she put my dog out there like that.
They're doing routines.
Man, I hated Fabo in the club.
Nah, listen.
Him and Tina. I be trying to get him one night, bro. He won't.
I seen Fabo them do a routine on top of it wasn't even the bar.
Nah,
you know how to.
I ain't gonna let you do both.
This was a long time ago, and we were young.
They were big Fabo. They were fat Fabo. Listen, man, the man had a design in his beard.
No, bro.
Listen, man, he had blonde dreads,
cool. Leave him
and it was like a pillar,
right,
in the club in '69 that separated the dance floor from the bar area.
I know, yeah.
Man, him and his homie got up there and did a routine that night on the pillar, brother. I'll never forget.
Chris Brown dance. What's the difference?
Listen,
and Fabo could dance good as
fuck. What's the jerk? The jerk shit that's down south. Man, I get sick of Fabo doing the jerk. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Fabo was so bad now, bro. Back then, that Fabo will not dance to this day. You can't get Fabo to do a motherfucking two-step.
I tried to.
But I know, but the thing about
maybe it was X Pills was Fabo back then.
No, we were young. We were young.
Let me speak to my dog real quick.
Go ahead. Cause you should have spoke to him then.
Listen.
This 10 years too late.
My boy, I know you know how to dance. You can't hide it. I just seen you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like you ain't got no move.
Listen to me.
I know you can dance.
Let it go, brother.
I tried to get him on.
Put it on TikTok with your kids.
You South Florida twerk all night long and get on my nerve. I done seen you bust a sweat in a vest with no shirt under the bottom. I done seen you. I'm sick of you too.
Don't you Josephine Johnny that one time?
Oh, that's the dance there.
No, it's not. Anytime
I can't say I've never danced in my life.
You good. You're not supposed to listen
like that.
Listen, even if you knew how to dance, I don't care if I knew how to dance. I don't care what.
And I think I can.
He's an artist,
and I think I can, but I won't.
But I bet you Usher be in the middle of the club before he got.
I understand if you're at a dance class, if you're at a dance school, at a dance competition, dance. You get what I'm saying? But if you in a normal club and you do a routine that you practice at home, you a throw nigga.
Listen, bro.
I don't give a fuck.
In sync, bro. Listen, bro. In unison. Like, bro, and it was so bad that the females couldn't even get no room to dance because they whole crew got the dance floor.
And that's the point.
I'm sick of them.
I don't care if you from California. If you was crumping in the club, you was a fuck nigga that night. I don't care what city. If you was crumping, you was a wild nigga.
And fucking
that shit wild. You got to crump. You know how to crump?
Fuck no.
Yes,
if you ever cut a nigga head off and threw it up and waited for it to come back down.
No, he Wu-Tang.
Yeah, if you took a nigga heart, listen. That was your lamest night of all time. I know you.
Take my heart.
Yeah, man.
You gonna take my heart?
Never. That's yours.
Come on, man.
It's yours. if you ever in your history, I'm just letting y'all know at times because, like I say, being a fuck nigga is not a lifelong disease. It might have been for a moment.
He was young, man.
I'm just talking about all the niggas. And this ain't even our favor. This is like all niggas worldwide.
This is a different era now.
If you ever was a nigga and you was in the middle of a club and you took a nigga heart, you cut their head off and threw it up and watched it come back and gave it back to him. If you crumped, if you brother, that was
ever sweated on anybody enough.
Right. Think about what the women next to you was thinking, brother.
They like that shit. And they dancers too.
And she was a fool. if a woman loved how you took that nigga heart
that shit
and
hard.
gave it back to him,
get that shit back, babe.
So
she got crabs.
So no, what's the name? No, what's the name of the movie? You got served.
No,
brother,
you guys. What? I used to watch that shit till I memorized the move.
If they were at a dance, like I get it if you at the dance class. I get it.
Can't have
you know
a
what I'm saying?
Right. Club.
I seen a woman who teaches a dance class. That's fine. It's a dance class. But you can't bring none of that shit to the house. If I dated this woman, don't do none of them moves in here. Why are you in the garage doing that shit?
You a lie. I'll be roboting all over the motherfucking place.
And all I can think about when I see dudes dancing in the club like that, and I'm like, bro, how green did y'all have to look at the house putting this routine together?
They went to a studio and practiced.
No, this was in the living room.
This was in the living room.
This was in the living room, and I can hear him saying, "Bro, this shit gonna be so hard, bro. We gonna shut the club down." Listen, bro, what?
Now, here's the part. That's the second lamest part. You know what the first lamest part was that they said at the house? When the nigga fucked up, I'm like, come on, bro, you killing it, man. Come on, man. Foot, hand, man. Come on, man. You know how lame that sound at the crib? Look, man, I'm telling you.
Y'all drinking this shit. Ain't no girls around.
Ain't no women around whatsoever.
No, because if we go back to different eras, men used to be in the club doing the damn...
Yeah, they was damn fools too.
No,
I'm just
they
saying.
was fire as fuck.
No, we evolved.
Y'all done got too hard. Y'all done got too hard to where you think you can't dance.
I could dance on a woman. Yeah, you want to dance? Baby, what's up? Me and you together? Yeah.
You're not a dancer. Cool.
Nah,
we could two-step me and you together. You could turn around and get behind you.
And even in those movies, when you go back then, bro, it was
Step in the name of love.
It was like, it was not about the women. They was really beefing. It was all these women in here, and we beefing about a dance contest.
Right.
Chill.
No, I mean like back in the club times where guys wore suits and went to the club and danced with women.
No. Dancing with women is different than having a routine with your homeboy.
If me and you, I don't give a fuck if y'all can swing dance or salsa. But that's what's up. But you with a woman,
right?
If a nigga get out there and swing dance with a woman, I can't do it. But I'm like, all right.
When you got a routine that eliminates women from the whole equation, it's a problem.
Brother, what are you out here doing?
But you gotta remember too,
you can have a routine with a woman.
No, but when I was in high school and college, it was really popular to have dance groups. They had dance groups. They had the America's Best Dance Crew, the Jabberwockies and shit. Like you would make dance crews, and when y'all go to the club, you see if your moves is legit.
Which I fuck with the Jabberwockies, but if you come, but when you come to the club and you the Jabberwockies, you bucking.
I'm gonna tell you what's even more lame than that to me.
What's that?
And when I'm at a party and these frat dudes come through stepping. That's even more lame.
But you got to give them.
But that's a part of their culture.
Listen, bro.
If you at a college,
we did not come in here to hear you bark and stomp. We not in college. At college, cool. A college party.
Okay. If you're at a college party, yes.
Yeah, because you.
But don't bring that shit to the normal club.
Bro, do not be in the edge with this bullshit. Do not be in the platinum.
You finna get slapped the fuck.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood. They see somebody else.
This is not the place. That shit is cool. Certain things are good in certain spaces. You feel me? Yeah. I'm not gonna use a spoon to cut my steak.
Whack ass DJs to stop playing the music that make them want to do it.
No song should make you want to do that in the club.
That be their set though.
No, but
song be their set.
In a college party, I respect it. You at college, that's what fraternities do. When I first got to college,
don't be 40.
I remember when the nigga snatched me. He was like, "Man, you can't cut their line." I'm like, "Fuck they line." You feel me? I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. See, you out of bounds then though.
What? Cause I cut their line.
If you on a college campus and them folks start doing their thing and you say anything.
Them niggas taking up so much room though.
Right, but that's their space.
Yeah, I get it.
Just like the club is our space.
Nah, I understand. Yeah,
so we kicking in the club. I'm having me a Credible Hulk or something, and you come through and y'all your
niggas do be bucking though. Bro, that shit too much.
Come on, bro. And one thing about it, bro, it ain't even impressive.
Yeah, even you fraternity niggas at school though, y'all got to chill though. Like I hate when a nigga join a fraternity and not he cool. Yeah, but you ain't go to college.
You been green.
Man, I hate that shit. When a nigga get on the fraternity and the nigga swear now he cool as fuck.
Yeah,
you was lame as fuck. Not everything you do. Hey, man, chill out with all that shit.
But them
man.
be the ones though.
I hate.
But all it is all it usually be though is a group of them.
Them shoulders.
That's the worst. Don't do that. Put your shoulders down. Stop your shoulders right now,
bro. And that's why I'm like, bro. I'm like, what? And it's just like everybody going crazy. I'm like, bro, this ain't even impressive. Like this shit is a dumbass routine. You just and stomping and jumping. I'm like, bro, I can do that.
They had
like,
to go through to learn that. A lot of them had to go through a lot of rush.
But we ain't gonna act like Stomp the Yard one hard. Them probates be hard too, though. Some of them probates be hard, though. I get that.
But you got to think,
them
bro.
Probates be dope.
That's college culture, though.
But see, the thing about Stomp the Yard, what made Stomp the Yard hard, bro, is that you got lighting, you got takes, motherfuckers redoing this shit over and over. You got background music.
We got thetas.
You got shit. You got a little background music to make it. You feel me?
And it's a build up.
It's a story. You feel me? Like, bro, I don't know your story in the club, bro. Don't come here with that shit, bro.
In the club, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that, bro.
Hey, Stomp the Yard was hard, man.
Yeah, and fraternities is just so weird to me in general, bro. Yeah. Like I gotta do a bunch of lame shit to fit in with a bunch of motherfuckers that like no.
But see,
bro.
A lot of them do it because it gets them places and they get networking.
No. The concept of fraternities, it's no different than gangs to me.
Right.
The concept of fraternities and the concept of gangs are dope. But the fact that you let anybody in makes it lame because it's gonna be a fuck nigga that's gonna graduate at some point to a leader, nigga.
Right.
And now the whole fuck the whole shit up. You get that's why I never joined.
Right.
I had plenty of niggas trying to recruit me, come be
right. But you looking at this lame dude who the leader, and you like, bro, I ain't following this dude. He's super green. Telling you what you need to do.
When I found out you had to pay dues your whole life and stuff, I was like, I don't know if I can commit to this.
No, but the benefits of them are great if you're in the right one. The benefit, the network, all that is great because it's just like that could be the deciding factor of you getting the opportunity and not getting one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, it's almost like just like in anything else. I can't just dispose of my pride to bow to a lame, bro. And like most of the time, it's rare that you see a super cool dude that's the head of a fraternity.
Yeah.
Right. Now it happens. It does happen. Though. But eventually, like I said, it's just the law of numbers. Somebody,
and even if the leader is cool, you got some. It's always a fuck nigga along the way somewhere because you don't get to just vibe with the leader. It's a bunch of guys. It's a pecking order.
If you taking 10 niggas in every time, you don't get 4, 5.
I'm straight, bro. Y'all like no. But that's why gangs never appealed to me. It's like I gotta let y'all hop on me and do all this weird shit to hang with y'all. I don't need to hang with y'all. I'm straight.
And then the rules,
I don't need that protection.
You let everybody in, so y'all gonna get some lame niggas and fuck niggas in your gang too.
I ain't letting that man put his feet on me, man. You think I finna let the man hop on me, green as he is, and I can't hit him back?
Right.
Ain't no way.
Hey. Listen, the first transgender woman was on Sports Illustrated. Did y'all see the little transgender?
Nah.
Let me say her name before I say the little trans.
I was
deleted my social media.
Her name Valentina Sampaio. You Spanish? What
no,
they say?
I am not, and I can't speak it either.
What her name is?
Beats me. Ask Google.
Oh man,
I can't.
Anyway, I think This ain't even her though. Is she the trend? This is her. She look different in this video. In this picture though. No, Lena Bloom is the first is the first one. Lena Bloom. This her right here. Let me see if I can blow this picture up. I'm gonna send this to you, boy. This her right here. Well, this I don't know. This her, him, they, her.
Oh.
She said they.
I don't.
She cute.
But here's the thing though. This shit ain't fair right here though. This too much.
So let me tell y'all, I just had this conversation in class today.
Let him go. I got
this ain't fair.
I got to let him get off.
So when I saw this, I went to her Instagram. Right, I got to see this just to you know what I'm saying because I would like to believe if I ever encountered a lady fella that I would know.
You can't tell,
right?
Man.
So I went on her Instagram, brother, and she got female hair right here though. You can't. That's too far.
That's a cultural thing, though. She looks half Asian or Filipino, and they always have a lot of hair.
Asian niggas don't grow that though. This is female. I'm gonna pull it up for you. No. This ain't Asian hair. This whole hair.
But I'm saying she didn't get that female put on there.
This nigga
it grew that way.
No, this nigga and you got the same back neck hair.
Listen, man. What I want.
And my brother looks identical to me and has the exact same hair.
Your brother do not have your neck hair.
Yes, my brother does.
No,
this is what I want, though, bro. This is what I want. I want y'all to do this for me. For the rest of this podcast this year, we ain't got that many, a couple more weeks. I want to identify as a 34-year-old white man.
Okay.
That's who you is now?
Yes. And I want y'all to, when you feel me, like when we fill out applications and paperwork for this podcast, I'm checking the W box and I'm checking 34 years old. And y'all better not call me nothing else. I don't want you to call me the N-word.
You didn't see that video of the dude? It was a joke, but it was serious as fuck. They was like the white male right there, and the black dude turned around and walked, and they was like, "Who are you?" He said, "I identify as white," and it was hilarious.
Look at this nigga neck hair. That's whole neck hair.
I mean, it look.
That's female neck hair.
That jawline's a little, you know.
Yeah, but but I'm just saying, if a nigga fucking around and ran his hand up the back of that hair, that's whole hair. Brother, men hair don't grow like that on the back of their neck.
It does. I do hair.
You ain't never did.
Yes, I have.
Look at the back of that man hair.
My son got hair like that, and I have to cut it and get an edge up for that reason.
Your son need all kind of cuts apparently. Cause
don't do my baby for real though.
You said that man got extra wing and neck hair.
Yeah, this here dog. This here ain't playing fair, bro. If I showed you this, bro, and I like, man, I'm hollering at her, you wouldn't even trip on me though.
You wouldn't know the difference.
That's crazy.
It's not.
This ain't. But listen, I brought this up. Ask this point though. I watched the reality show, right, where they had a transgender woman, right, and she said when she dates men, she don't mention it because it's none of their business.
Hold on.
That's unfair.
I had an encounter, right? Somebody was in my inbox, and I'm like, man, I'm about to get off social media or whatever. So they was like, did you look at my profile? Like, now mind you, this is just like profile picture and writing. I'm like, nah.
You feel me? TS up there?
No, it was
Terror Squad.
No, it was that Terror Squad.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's a little fucking unicorn up there.
Yeah.
So that's the transgender emoji, I guess. You know, the unicorn.
Oh.
So I'm putting the shit together in my head, and I said, I'm straight. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. And they was just like, well,
appreciate you, fella.
Yeah, I'm like, I appreciate you saying something. Yeah. You feel me?
Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, I'm like, I appreciate you saying something, but I'm good.
All right,
like,
appreciate you, big homie.
I'm good, bro. Like, you can get out my inbox. You feel me? And it's just like, nah, what's wrong with being friends? Like, I'm sure you got friends. I said, no, if I had a friend that was a straight guy and he decided to be transgender, that would still be my friend, but we still wouldn't kick it and we still wouldn't be politicking. You feel me?
But you identify as a woman, and I don't have female friends.
Right. So I say, I'm like, bro,
that's the answer. That's
I'm like, you're a man, bro. And it's just like, clearly I'm a woman. Yeah, I'm a transgender. I'm like, bro, bro, I'm not even about to have this argument with you, dog. So, like, you good. Like, and it's just like, what's funny is,
did he have the whole hair? His hormones was
I ain't even look that far. You feel me? This is just motherfuckers. You know, like the inbox picture about this small.
Right.
So you don't fucking know. I just DMs all day long. What's funny though is I say that to say this is that it's like people can have an opinion about everything and they can have a bias about everything. But that's the one thing. It's like, bro, I'm like when I do go up to see your profile, you like, I know I don't like this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. And then I see the little unit. I'm like, hold on, this shit weird. But it just made me process. I'm just like, bro, you just named a whole list of shit you didn't want and you weren't into. But then when I tell you, bro, like, I'm straight, bro. Like, I don't want no, bro. And it's just like, you phobic. Well, I'm like, no, bitch. I just don't want to be friends with a fucking dude that want to be a girl. I'm straight, bro.
I don't want no fella pussy.
Can I feel that way without it being a problem?
So I had to teach makeup
today. We said fella pussy. We said boy pussy. That's what they call it. Yeah. I'm straight, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm good. And it's like it was almost like you tried to make me feel bad about not wanting no part of that shit. And I'm just like, bro, I have just like you have a right to feel how you feel, bro. I'm good. Like, I ain't got no problem with you.
Yeah, I just don't want it. Yeah.
Not in this inbox, bro.
We just had this conversation in class today because I had to teach makeup, and there's a very popular makeup artist who does really good that we were watching. Mm-hmm. I didn't know she was a transgender, like used to be a boy or whatever.
A man.
Yeah, but I think she started hormone therapy
why do we
tiptoe
around that, bro? Like,
I didn't know if I should say boy or man because she started so early.
Let's go with filleted fella. I like that name. Filleted fella. That's the new filleted fella. That's my new.
I've been watching her do makeup so long.
Filleted fella. That's the name of the episode. Filleted fella. Yeah.
I never knew she was a he at one point. So they were saying like somebody tried to blackmail her, so she finally told the world. No one knew. Mm-hmm. Even her fiance didn't know.
Man, could you imagine goddamn them cutting your shit off like that, bro?
Before they got together, she had already got the surgery. The sad part was he said he didn't care that, like, he was more mad you didn't tell me up front, and I want children and you can't have them.
If you made it that far with somebody and didn't know that they were a man. Like
no, she had the.
No, but let me tell you something about a man. Let me tell you something about a dude.
If you had some pussy, you can't duplicate no real coochie.
I don't know what fake coochie feel like.
No,
it might be fine. I don't know.
I'm not saying that. What I'm
but the way it look ain't gonna look the same.
She didn't think it was. She did nothing wrong. Is what I'm saying.
It's gonna be something that you notice. One thing.
This.
Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you what every man knows.
Fake coochie get wet?
I think I don't know.
That's a good question, right?
That's a good. I don't know.
Fake coochie get wet?
I don't know.
Filet fella get wet?
I don't know. You had to ask him. Fillets be juicy.
Can you imagine like the style of the fillet? You ever seen motherfuckers like and Joe had to skin a fish?
Yeah, nah. If a nigga cut my dick, I'll just cut it. Don't fillet me. You can't smooth. Nah, hey, bro, surgery over, man. Hey, get my shit back. Nah, I just want to clean. Yeah, that's all I want, though. Don't fillet me. But
do fake coochie feel? Can you feel?
Fake coochie stink?
Yeah. Do fake coochie have a clitoris?
If you gotta listen for all this, hold on. Wait. How about this though? But how about this though?
How you get a clit?
They build.
So what
they build you one.
They cut. No, they actually cut the balls and they push the. But
like, understand though, a clit and a dick ain't. They're just a couple chromosomes off. You
correct.
do understand that,
Everybody
right?
has a clit at first, and then your balls fall out.
Right
at first.
This what I will say. I'm not in transgender business. Don't judge me. But if you a transgender and your pussy stank, you are failing. You are listen. If you gonna
smeg.
No, if you identify, listen. If you were gonna identify as a woman and you can't keep up with the hygiene, you need to go back.
Go
get right.
Stank transgender
pussy. If you got stank transgender pussy, you are out of bounds. That is not. No, you are going too far to keep it real. The audacity of you to put.
How deep do you get your pussy made though? When you get a
however long your penis is, that's how long your tunnel will be.
No, that's how long you.
Yeah, that's what I read. It's
so it's gonna be some shallow pussies out here.
Because they push it inside and make this hole so that they can still feel.
But they say the longest part of your dick is still inside you.
Yeah, so they be.
That's a fact for all men. That's why like your dick long as a motherfucker. Just some people shit don't get out.
Right.
Yeah. So like that,
you know how sad it would be to have a big dick inside.
Push it out.
You know how many niggas? Man, I swear I got a big dick. It's just inside.
Your balls didn't drop.
Oh man, motherfucker take an X-ray. That's all me. Some bullshit, dog.
I get that extendo though.
That's some bullshit. You ain't pulling none of that out.
You can't pull it out.
Nigga fat as hell on the inside.
Nigga high.
Boy, I be hard as hell if this bitch was out.
I'm gonna fuck the shit out your soul.
That's why blue balls hurt so bad.
Oh,
that's probably why blue balls hurt so bad. The big dick energy on the inside.
Oh man, that shit
was the biggest. Most of your dick on the inside.
They swear most of your dick on the inside.
Boy, that's so.
Boy, listen, them niggas with the micros hot than the motherfucker. This bullshit. Look,
I had to go get my shit. Just like you made that fake pussy out of that. Go in there and get that meat up out of there.
Got to
go get it, please.
Right, but don't judge me. I ain't hating on transgender. I'm just saying
we gonna get kicked off of YouTube.
No. Listen, I think other transgender women would agree. If you got stank transgender pussy, something is wrong. That don't make sense.
You know what's crazy is how like they have this new movement now. It's like they want all the feminine products to change from saying women because not only women bleed. And it's so crazy though.
That's why I say at some point my thing is like, bro, that's why I say I can't conform to a lot of shit. Like I respect what you want to do.
But
my thing is I still have a right to have my views. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And it's like we treading a thin line to where this shit could go too far, bro.
It's gonna
like
be
when they go to a thing where it's like now it's the pronouns. It's like, bro, like people call me all kinds of shit I don't agree with.
You know what
when I say something about it, nobody gives a fuck.
You know what it sound like? It sound like in your stuff, you know, what? Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible.
My stuff.
You know, you always be like the Bible.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
okay,
in the Bible,
the Bible is your stuff.
That's his stuff.
I'll take it. Lord know I love it.
I'm saying when Sodom and Gomorrah town got crazy, that's when shit went crazy. Like it was crazy. They was trying to fuck angels and shit. Like they was really out there, bitch, wild. They wanted to have a gay orgy with an angel.
You know why you try to fuck an angel?
Nigga holding his wings so he can't fly away.
Nigga like, man, you see them wings, man.
They were like, we want to fuck him, and God was like, no fucking way, this ain't happening.
This shit wild, bro. We just headed to a weird space, man. But it's when you start eliminating.
This about to be the roaring 20s. I'm telling you.
Like the way society was originated, bro. Is like it was like there was no church in the wild. Everything it was.
They
what
about
it was.
to abolish something.
But we heading right back to that. And you see you seen the shit with the they saying that they got the first robot that can reproduce. And what I tell people all the time, I say, motherfucker, we are robots that can reproduce.
Yep.
And I say and I say this all the time that everything before itself creates itself out of existence. I feel like whatever created us, whatever God's created us, were here with us at one point. Right. You feel me? And they created themselves out of existence by making us. You create something with free will that can reproduce, and before you know it, you at war with your own creation.
That's the easiest way to be extinct.
Now,
something that can make its own, another one of me.
And we're doing our own thing. We're making things that are more intelligent than us. Right. We're making things that can reproduce. And guess what fucking happens? Those things start creating other things, and before you know it, we're at war with our own creations. We are creations that can reproduce. When you think about humanity, and if you believe in God, you believe that you are a creation.
But will a robot deny its gender?
It's going to be genderless.
It's going to be genderless.
It's going to not be genderless.
But they can identify with what they want to.
It ain't going to have that in it.
Yeah,
they gonna take that part out of it, and it's gonna do what the fuck.
But see, the thing about it, the robots we're creating, just like your phone is 1 billion times smarter than you, those things are gonna be 1 billion times smarter than us, and they're gonna process things a lot different. They're gonna be so far beyond gender. You feel me? That ain't even the thing they discuss.
Exactly. Now I'm just, of course, I'm joking.
Right.
But we always think of transgender as guy to girl. Have y'all ever watched the movie Juno?
No.
Yeah.
You seen
What's
Juno?
Yeah. Damn, that sound familiar.
You watched it with a girl. I forgot what the plot of the movie was.
Is that the girl's name? Michael Cera?
The girl name is Elliot Page. Have you seen?
That's the boy and the girl. Juno is the boy and the girl movie. It's like the whole movie is about the boy and the girl.
Yeah, this is Elliot. This is Elliot Page.
Yeah, I've seen Juno. Yeah.
Have you seen her as a boy now?
Oh, she's a man now.
Oh, she's trans.
I did not know that.
Hold on, let me show you a picture of my phone.
Damn, Juno's one of my favorite movies. That's Michael Cera.
I ain't know she.
Yeah, that's Michael Cera, 2007. That's one of my favorite movies.
She's trans? I absolutely did not know.
She looked like a little boy in that movie, though.
She did, but like I damn sure didn't know she switched.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna show y'all a picture of her right now.
She got a beard, man.
She had the most sarcastic, good humor.
She did, though. I was a fan of Juno. Yeah. Kind of feel weird because I wanted to kill.
You still want to kill? You'll still cook?
I pass. Look at my dog now. Look at Juno. Juno got abs and everything.
Them ain't even real abs, bro.
Oh, no, you know that's the surgery you can get now. Definition.
These shit don't even fit, bro. These look like the BBL on the little legs.
That's what.
That's equivalent to that.
Yeah, she a whole dude out.
Man, she still looks the same.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Damn.
Bro, you wouldn't got all that money. You wouldn't got the Cyrus body. You ain't get no chest. You bought all the abs and ain't buy no chest.
Bro, she is the cream of the crop in that community, bro. She probably go in there and flex them abs. She probably in the club with whole shirts wide open.
Bro, you didn't buy no chest. That's like buying no hips and buying ass. This is the equivalent of the ant booty.
But she just wanted to be slim. She didn't want to be like, you know.
You didn't see the picture
but
of
you
the
gotta
two
get
twins,
some
the black
kind of
twins,
chest.
and they both went from girl to boy? You can't tell.
They went from girl to boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got all that cut off, and
this is wild, bro.
Yeah, that is wild. I mean, but we just living in that time.
You know the feeling.
Shout out to Elliot Page though. I ain't mad at you.
You know the phrase that always kill me though is just like when somebody say, when a woman or a transgender says, "I just felt like a man," or a man say, "I just felt like a woman." How the fuck do you know what a woman feels like?
Hey, listen, I tell people all the time, you're born straight or you're born gay.
Yeah, I get it, but
if you're born with different hormones, you're born with different DNA.
I get that 12, but explain to me how. That's like me saying, bro.
But listen, bro. But I guarantee you. Now I can't speak because I don't know.
Go ahead.
But I guarantee you could tell if something's off.
I get that. But I get all of that. I got plenty of sense. I understand that you could tell something is off.
Right.
But how do you know that off is feeling like a man? That's like a white man telling you. That's like a white man telling you, I feel like a black person.
No.
How? What's the difference?
No, because color and gender are two separately different things.
But my thing is, bro, how do you,
bro? Because you could pretend to be a man and then feel like your whole life like something's wrong here.
Okay.
You might not know exactly what it is initially, but you could be like, "Dog, this ain't it."
I agree with that.
There's something wrong with me. I like women's shoes. I want boobs.
I get all that, bro.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, as a man, I will never understand what it's like to be a woman, no matter how much I want to be one. And as a woman, I would never understand how it feels to be a man because I'm not born one.
But you have a full genetic man's code.
So wait. I learned in a class because I was very ignorant to the whole gender shit. And they say it's a difference. Like, gender is a role. And when people say they feel transgender, it means that they feel like they want to wear the pants.
Bro, that's no different
Caitlyn
from me
Jenner.
saying.
She's not actually attracted to men. She still likes women, but she wants to play the gender role.
Nah, that nigga like me.
No. 4-day women.
She still got her
Yeah.
thing.
But all I'm saying, bro, is like, if I'm drinking this Tropicana, I'm like, boy, this shit tastes like that Calypso. Like, bro, you don't I've never tasted Calypso. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that this shit tastes off. I can take that.
But we're always talking from a fully functional gender.
Yeah. I get all that.
So,
I get all that.
You just said we're robots. If you rewire, let's say you creating a robot and you mix up some wires and you do something, he wonder why, like, man, I got a glitch right here.
Right.
He don't know why, but the way you made him, you mixed the wire up.
I get all that.
So if the person is born this way, bro, they could be like,
they're saying they're close to what they think a woman is. That's in their head. They feel close to that.
I have no issue with there being confusion in the way you feel.
Right.
I get that 1,000%. But who are you to say that you feel like this when you don't know how that feels?
But how can
My thing is like saying that if you lost your mom and I've never lost mine, and I say, damn, I understand how you feel. I don't.
But it's not. No.
I can never understand that until I lose my own.
It's like if a gay man, like, okay, cool, you are attracted to men, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I see the same men you see.
Yeah.
How you attracted to him, I don't know. Like, I look at it like, I don't get what the fuck you see.
Yeah.
But a gay man can sit here and see the same thing you see.
I see.
Right. Because of his wires, bro. Yeah. So it's like, you can't say that
I
he don't know.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying
you can't associate with that feeling like a woman.
But he has woman DNA. He has woman genetics.
No, I don't agree with that.
You can say that, but you just said that we start with a clit first, right?
Yeah.
When you look at the male and female makeup, we're all slight chromosomes off from each other, correct?
Do you have a gay relative or anything that you're close to?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do too. But I know for a fact, even though he's gay and he likes men,
he don't feel like a woman.
He don't feel like a woman. No. And when they argue, that shit don't sound like a woman. Them motherfuckers sound like two men arguing.
Y'all are talking about two different genetic codes. I think that we highly underestimate how detailed your genetic code is.
No,
you understand
I don't underestimate. I do know one chromosome off and some shit's different.
Yeah, just one slight thing off and you a whole different motherfucker.
Person,
even for his mental health.
Yeah.
Like one slight chromosome, you got depression. One slight you bipolar. One slight you...
No, I don't... Listen, bro, I don't disagree with you one bit. My point is, listen, I agree with you. Yes. You may be functioning like a woman, and you may really feel like a woman, but how the fuck do you know?
Nigga,
if you've never been a woman.
If I got female DNA, nigga, I know exactly what you feel like.
No, you don't know you got female. How do you know you got female DNA?
Because, bro, that man is living like... That's why a lot of them don't really figure this shit out until they 20, 30. Like, bro, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
You just a gay man. You like dick. That don't mean you feel like a woman.
That's not true, because Caitlyn Jenner don't like... She don't like dick.
Caitlyn Jenner don't... And that's why she always let Chris take the role of being the bitchy, bossy wife, because she wanted...
That nigga's a gay woman inside.
Right.
He both of them.
Because Courtney asked, "Are you a lesbian?"
Right,
I'm a gay woman.
I get all that, but I still don't feel like a man knows what it feels like to be a woman, no matter what his fucking
status is. But these people are people who want to be women, so I guess we can't.
Yeah, you can want to be something like that's just like there's white people who want to be black people and feel like they were that's not the same.
You can't want to be white, right? But a culture is something you can't. It's not your DNA. That's something that you raised in. You can look at these people who go as far as to buy. Okay, as a man. They go as far as buying titties, cutting their dick off. Think about how mentally...
That is to cut your penis off.
You gotta have something different in you to cut your dick off.
You do.
That's my favorite part of myself.
Yeah, you do. You do, but
that is my... If I lost my dick, brother, you just kill me.
You can cut 3 dicks off. That still don't mean... Like, you can't compare something... You can't compare yourself to something that you don't understand what it's like to be. That's all I'm saying.
Because it's the same thing as them saying, oh, well, I have a period. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yes, they don't understand that. They don't understand that experience. No, they're not. But we also understand that they're not women. If you just want to be technical, not to offend them.
Well, if that's the case, then let's just stop calling them transgenders.
But we can't do. But okay, fine. But we know they're not physically women. You're born with some other shit. They're both. You're trans. You were born a man, fine. But you also have female DNA in you also that makes you want to cut your dick off, fillet the shit, and do all that. So you are something different.
Right, but my thing is, bro,
everything is not black and white.
I understand that, but you're still not 100% a woman.
And they're not saying that they understand what it is to have a period. They not be like, oh, I understand how it is to have labor. They don't get that.
Some of them do.
I've never met a one that said they don't have periods.
No, it's the ones who turn like Elliot. they're like, hey, not all women only have periods, because now
she a nigga with a period.
Correct. So
right.
they're saying
they got it to where the men can have periods now.
No. Elliot is a woman.
Elliot is
she was
still
born
a woman.
on that. Right.
You know, Michael Sarah, whatever. Still a woman,
Who?
but
Elliot Page.
Juno.
Okay, gotcha.
Still a woman, but it's like she bleeds, but she's a man. So they're saying take the gender off and just say.
No, if you ain't listen, if you still got a coochie that bleed until you go get you a little ding-a-ling, then we'll call you a man. If you want to, it's like you call.
I think they have to give them a hysterectomy though.
My point is this. My thing is like, bro,
they're gonna bleed.
Listen, bro, this shit is chaos, bro. My thing is like, if you want to be a man, bro, go be a man, but don't come over here with the feminine products talking about all women ain't men. Like, bro, no, bro. Yeah. Like you a woman then.
If I'm still bleeding, I got to wear this.
You're a woman.
Then
you're a woman then.
Because that is very dangerous to us.
I don't give a fuck about that. That ain't real.
I understand that, bro.
Yeah, I can go get my skin bleached. Am I a white man?
I said, no, you're not a white man.
Right.
But all I say is this, though.
No, you're not a white man.
No, you're not.
I can't be a white man?
No, he's firm on that shit. So I can't
be a 34-year-old white man.
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because you can't
dictate
your age or your gender.
Not your age or
they do now where you can get melanin deposits. You didn't see the German lady who made herself black?
I want to identify.
Why we can't make ourselves white?
You just a white coon. You are not, you are not black. You are sellout white.
Man, come on, man.
We got to.
That's when we go agree to disagree on. Listen, but I do understand 1,000% what you're saying. Now I'm not oblivious to what you're saying.
Right.
He's just I'm just saying that, bro. All that I'm saying is, bro. They never felt.
Yeah, I can have motherfucking part goddamn ape genetics, but I don't know what it's like to be a full ape dude.
How do we know what they feel? That's all I'm saying.
We don't know what they feel, but they don't know how. My thing is, bro, we don't know how they feel. But what I do know is that you don't know how it feels to be a woman.
Right.
But no, that's not. Listen, let's say I'm just. We'll close this out. We're making sure. Let's say I am a trans and I feel like I'm a woman inside, right? Mm-hmm. You're a woman, correct? You mean to tell me I can't sit and talk with you? I can't discuss this with you.
You ain't gonna be able to say that you feel how I feel.
But what if we start talking and I just noticed that like, no, that's how I feel. Like I relate to that emotion you got. I feel like that feeling you got.
Right now, but I'm still Tania the girl.
Yeah, but we agree on the topic. But if I tell you that about my dick get hard, you can't agree. You don't know what that's like.
Correct.
Right.
Exactly.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
You don't know you as a woman, bro. You can say
that nigga balls might get wet. You don't know that nigga balls get wet.
Listen, you don't know what his balls do. You prove my point. As a woman that says
I don't know what it's like for you.
I'm just using a terrible example. But what I'm saying is, if he emotionally feels like a woman.
But do you know what it feels like to have a hard on?
If I'm talking no, he doesn't though. You can't know that.
You know how it feels to bust a nut like a man?
Yes.
Like a man. That's a woman.
Talking about the woman?
Yeah.
No, she don't.
Correct. That's what he's saying.
I understand that, but it's more to being a woman than just having a vagina and a
I understand
period.
that. I'm talking about, listen, bro.
Nigga, all y'all said is y'all want us to be fucking loyal.
We wish
that have a coochie.
If that was all to you, we would be fine.
But it's so much
more to you. Hey, listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the Anxiety Issues podcast. We are back after break. We are sorry for the delay. I am Adam 12 Taylor here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc. and Tania Moore.
Monroe.
Hold on. Rewind, bro. I just told you for the rest of December. I am Chuck Sanders. I am
Adam 12 Taylor
Chuck
here
Sanders,
with my brother Chuck Sanders,
the
34-year-old
Caucasian male.
Caucasian male.
6 foot tall.
I'm not gonna lie that hard. He closer to being white than you are 6 foot. I can't ride out with that.
Why can't I be 6 feet? Monroe, Marilyn Monroe.
I just said Monroe.
Monroe.
I'm learning you. Yeah. I'm getting you.
Chuck Sanders and Tania. Go ahead.
Chuck Sanders and Tania. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, congratulations on the baby, your
beautiful
boy.
Baby.
I apologize. Shout out to the beautiful baby boy. I'm happy that everything turned out healthy. Your wife is good. She's fine. Yeah, it's a blessing.
And my boy came on the show. He got a new baby, and this is the first podcast he ain't fall asleep on.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be asleep on this one.
Right.
Snoring.
But keep that in mind. We are trying to accomplish something here. So pull out, man. We can't have you taking breaks and shit like that. We're trying to make something happen. You around here, you got a bad hip. You know you can't pull out. God damn.
Yeah, roll out.
Exactly. Thank y'all for tuning in to Anxiety Issues podcast. Till next time.